Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you. Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Wagger, Mr. Wagger, he can never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady. Really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high in my chopper, he can't even fly in a tree. Alpine, it's like Alpine, 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 Alpine.
AB liners with crew members remaining. This is going to be chaotic right now. Oh my God, eto na nga po. The Annihilation Massacre. Pinag-double fight ng mag-goal corner mag-Roy. Naku po, pinasok. Oh my God, the one man. Oh, naku, party. Ang galing naman ng back up yun, pero naiibig siya. Bloody Heads is now relevant again.
Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Snow monster, big slugger, Mr. Wagger, he could never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady, really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high, chopper, he can't even fly in a tree. Alpine inside. Alpine, 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 Alpine.
AV liners with crew members remaining. This is going to be chaotic right now. Oh my God, eto na nga po. The Annihilation Massacre. Pinadouble fight ang mag-goal ang corner McRoy. Naku po, pinasok. Oh my God, the one-man. Party! Ang galing naman ng backup yun, pero naiibig siya. Bloody Heads is now relevant again!
Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Locked and loaded, plotting motion through the wasteland. Know that we
Leave him under the snow, eat lead rubber. Big slugger, Mr. Wagger, he could never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady. Really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high in my chopper, he can't even fly in a tree. Alpine inside. Alpine, 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 Alpine.
AB Liners with 2 members remaining. This is going to be chaotic right now. Oh my God, eto na nga po, the Annihilation Massacre. Pinadouble back ng mag-double ang corner mag-Rory. Naku po, pinasok. Oh my God, the one man. Party! Ang galing naman ng back-up pero naiibig siya. Bloody Heads is now relevant again.
Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Mr. Wagger, he could never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady, really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia Tournament Day number 2. It is time for us to find out who the strongest team is. Of course, my name is Husky and joined by the gorgeous Oh Baby. How are you feeling today?
Hey, I'm so excited about today how the team is finally playing so aggressive about day one. And of course, two teams from Indonesia has back-to-back BOOYAH on their first two maps.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we saw a lot of amazing plays yesterday. I know you were very excited to see Indonesia really bring on their A game for Free Fire, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of things to go through. But you know, are there any expectations of who is going to win the tournament?
Maybe if expectation, yeah, if we're looking about standing, maybe Team Bentan is finally rising up about the last match from day one. So Bentan has more advantage from today, from the second day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they got off to a slightly slow start, but they really stepped up their game towards the end of day number 1, and it's actually very impressive because we did see a lot of familiar names coming into this tournament. And I think one of the players that you mentioned, that you highlighted, was AS Mobile.
Yeah.
Amazing guy. Absolutely love his gameplay, and I think he definitely is one of the star players for the Vietnam team.
Yes, I also like to watch and like to cast about the international tournament of Free Fire, and as Mobile always playing so well. And of course, for today, at BOOYAH X Free Fire anniversary, he's also playing so well from the last day.
Yeah, absolutely. But for those who want to know what this tournament is all about, so don't worry, we'll let you guys know. The BOOYAH Live Free Fire, you know, we always want to present live content that prioritizes quality. So it's not just quality streamers that are presented by BOOYAH Live, but also cool tournaments. So this one is definitely one of it. The BOOYAH Free Fire Asia tournament is an international scale tournament, and it is also the result between the collaboration of BOOYAH throughout Asia with Free Fire Malaysia, Thailand, and Philippines. And this is why at the end of the year, which is right now, we get all of you guys, all of the BOOYAH fans and survivors throughout Asia will get to witness who is the strongest KOL in Asia.
Yes, of course. Remember, this is the strongest in Asia is the title, and they will not only get the title because as we saw in the video at this beginning, the winning team will make their country the main champion and will also be entitled to trophies and medal. But the title is not only for the winning team because we have another title.
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to the teams and the players and the countries winning the titles and the trophies and the medals, the players who perform by achieving the highest number of kills throughout the tournament was also be entitled to be crowned the Predator and receive a special trophy from BOOYAH Live and Free Fire. So this is not just for the glory of the country, but also, you know, I'm excited to find out who is the highest frag, who is the best player in Free Fire.
How about your prediction?
Oh, my predictions? I definitely look at, I think AS Mobile is my personal favorite coming into this tournament. I think he is my superstar. You know, I'm a big fan of him. So that is who I'm looking at for the Predator.
But before we will discussing about the Predator, we're also seeing the highlight from day one, which all the good play for 12 team look like at Bentan and then Team Monas and Team Borobudur. I have one predict for another Predator. That is from Team Monas, Monas Asep with their sniper. It's so spicy firing from him.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's take a look at the highlights from day number 1, because I tell you, Obeb, yesterday was amazing, and we saw a lot of clutch plays. I think all those BOOYAHs are really awesome to watch. But are there any particular moments from day 1 that was unforgettable for you?
Yes, of course. At map 1, yeah, Team Monas got their BOOYAH, but they not joining with a lot of fight, but they still got the BOOYAH with a number of plenty kill.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely like one of the ways to really start off the day, right? 20 bomb, you don't get to see that every day. Obviously, for me, I'm also excited to see, you know, my countrymen, the players and the influencers from Malaysia going head-to-head against the best from Asia. You know, Mr. D, popular streamer, pro player. It's good to see, you know, them also nailing a couple BOOYAHs along the way throughout day number 1, you know, out of those 6 matches.
Yes, of course. From Malaysia, we have Kinabalu, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Kinabalu and KLCC, you know, and those names, you know, they are the superstars of Malaysia, and it's just great, you know, to see them being able to put out such a performance against teams like India, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, and just the whole of Asia. I think everyone put up a really good showing in terms of performance, but I definitely am looking at Bentham, you know, again, AS Mobile. His team got off to a slow start, but was able to close out the day with a very impressive performance.
Yeah, talking about Kinabalu, how they finding a bit hard on the first 2 maps, but finally on the last match, if I'm not forgetting, for map 5 or maybe map 6, Kinabalu finally got their BOOYAH, so their standing is going to up on the top rank.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see the standings by the end of this. I mean, Kinabalu, they also have a couple of very notable names. I think Swa Gaming is one of the names that you definitely have to watch out for. You know, like definitely left a very deep impression, huh?
Yes. Talking about Swa Gaming, if in Indonesia we called Bapak Jump Shoot Indonesia, who's good at shotgun. We have Frontal Gaming from Team Borobudur. But if you're talking about Team Malaysia, who's Kinabalu, Swa Gaming is, I think, Bapak Double Factor Malaysia, because he's so good at double factor. Bapak, it means father.
Oh yeah. And so they both have their, you know, they both have their signature moves. But let's take a look at the current standings. By the end of day 1, we have Bentham in first place, 78 points. Kinabalu following closely behind, 77 points. Wat Arun with 75. Borobudur in 4th place with 72. Watpo in 5th place with 71. And Monas with 68 points in 6th place.
Yes, on rank 7 we have Hon Kim with 39 and KLCC on the 8th. Then ada Redford, ada Burakai juga at 10 and 11, Taj Mahal and 12. Intramuros.
Oh, yeah, this is a very close competition. I mean, just now you asked me what is my prediction. Now I want to hear your prediction. Who do you think is going to be the grand champions of this Asia tournament?
Oh my god, I can't predict. If we'll look at the standing right now, it's only difference 1 or 2 points, and we have best of 6 series right now. On the first map, we're going to Bermuda. It's so hard for 12 team. It's like refreshing again the day, and which no number at all for the team.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a fresh start, right? 6 rounds to determine who is the strongest team. But we do have the team lineups coming up. Just to give you guys a refresh of who are we going to see today. Of course, starting off with Monas, with Dimas Epi, FDW, ASAP, and Skruger. Anything you can tell us about them?
Yes, FDW is one of the good streamer in Indonesia. He's also got 1 million subscriber, I think, FDW, and he's joining the pro team Indonesia competitive Free Fire before. But right now we're saying the other team from Indonesia, we have Team Borobudur Frontal Gaming, like I said, the Bapak Jump Shoot Indonesia, who's good at shotgun, and Corporal Jono, and Ini KitKat, and of course William Gazat.
Definitely excited to see if he can bring that shotgun and bring Borobudur to glory. But from India, we have Red Fort, we have Ajahn Rishabh, Gamer Zone, X-Mania, and Happy Prince Gaming coming into this tournament and trying to put India on the board.
Yes, Red Fort quite a good performance at day one. Hopefully, they will have a good performance at day two right now. But we're jumping to the girl power ladies from India, Taj Mahal. We have Slumber Queen, Gaming Girl, Cookie, 18, and Bright Fox.
Yeah, and so far, India haven't been able to catch up in day one. But hey, there's 6 more rounds left, and maybe today is the day that we see India really step up their game and give everyone a run for their money. But of course, across the ocean, we have Thailand, Wat Arun with 17 arms, CU, Rachalote, and a Bossa Gamer being the 4 members of this very amazing team coming into this tournament.
Yeah, talking about Wat Arun, how they have aggressive gameplay of map 1 and suddenly, but map 2 is not quite playing well, but right now we're seeing other team, Watfo with FMPTV1 and Just Minis, the pink hair and RIP Freestyle and Ojo Gaming.
Oh, I absolutely love FMPTV. I remember the first time I saw him in a Free Fire All-Star tournament a few months ago. He was an amazing player, so I can't wait to see more of him. But from the Philippines, we have Intramuros, represented by Yapitos Gaming, Mam Rukawa, Makisi Gaming, and Vestry Gaming. Intramuros so far, the performance pretty great, from what I remember.
Yes, he's the bottom table at the standing at rank 12. But we're seeing the other team right now, Boracay with Twinkle Gaming, Paragik, Wangbu FF, and Payaso Gaming, the clone.
Yeah, and I think it's scary. Like if you see a clown in Free Fire, better start running because Boracay, they are coming for the crown. So Philippines bringing in formidable force, but from Malaysia with KLCC, we have Papo, with Ajas, Hajiat, and of course, who can forget Mr. Kokan, the charismatic guy in Malaysia.
What is going on with Mr. Kokan? Yesterday, from day one, Mr. Kokan is more talking about by Tash Bani.
Oh yeah, I mean she absolutely loves Kokan, right? Mr. Kokan is like our handsome guy from Malaysia. We also have Kinabalu. Yeah, we have the Jim Papa Vector with Swag Gaming. We have AKO Mr. D with Amy Gaming, and we have Afat Fee. So you say Kinabalu have a good performance. Now I want to see if they can keep that up for day 2.
Yes, but right now, jumping to the next team, we have Ho Hon Kim with Ma Gaming, Man Man, Duck Mom, and Cham Chan 5.
Yeah, and of course for Vietnam, they've always been regarded as a very strong region, and Ho Hon Kim definitely did not disappoint coming into day 1. Of course, they are also accompanied by Cho Van Tan, by Gil Gaming, Ankui Bai, Us Mobile, and of course Hong Akira. I want to see if today they can continue their performance from day 1, considering they did step up towards the end of the day.
Yes, Ho Bentan. But this is standing system for the point we're still following for Garena International Tournament, which position 1 team who has get the BOOYAH will get 12 points, and the second one is getting 9 points, and the third position will get 8 points and 1 kill per 1 point.
Oh yeah, and of course, as with every single Free Fire tournament, getting the BOOYAH is definitely the most important part of every round. But I'm definitely keeping my eyes out on these players because I want to see who will end up being crowned as the predator of Free Fire, who gets the most kill by the end of it, because every single kill does matter at the end of the day. And we have seen rounds where a team might not have gotten the BOOYAH, but they've killed so many people that they make up for the points at the end.
Yes, if we're talking about the kill point of the team, we have Team Bentan who has got 46 kill on day 1. That's a lot of kill point from 6 match.
Yeah, it's an
But right
absolute rampage.
Yes, we're jumping to the map rotation, which Bermuda will go first and Kalahari and Purgatory, and we'll back on repeat Bermuda, Kalahari, Purgatory. Who do you think will get the BOOYAH on the first map for today?
Oh boy. On the first map, you're putting me in a rough spot. Okay, I'm gonna support my Malaysia boys. I think Kokan and KLCC will get Bermuda. Hopefully they do. What about you? Who do you think is gonna get the BOOYAH for Bermuda?
Well, if we're talking about 12 teams who are playing today, like Tash yesterday say from day 1, some of the team is warm up a bit late. So if we're saying about the top first rank, who is Bentan, it's warm up a bit late. But maybe from the first day and first map, right now for Bermuda, maybe Team Indonesia again from Team Monas, because Team Monas securing BOOYAH for day 1 on the map Bermuda, and Purgatory and Kalahari, sorry, for Team Borobudur.
Oh yeah, so I agree. I think that they definitely will be the team that has a potential to get the BOOYAH. So we will find out in just a short bit. But I want to ask you a bit. Which map is your favorite map in Free Fire?
My map on Free Fire, I love playing on Bermuda, of course. I don't like to play it Kalahari. How about you?
Well, we're jumping into our favorite map for game number 1. So get ready, guys. Survivors, let us go. Game 1 of day number 2 for the BOOYAH X Free Fire. To Bermuda, it's time to find out who will get the first BOOYAH of the night.
Yes, the plane is rotating from hangar to mill area, which right now we're gonna see an early fight from Team Malaysia, maybe because SWA Gaming at hangar is dealing with Team HK.
Yeah, and they are actually dropping really quickly, and they have already started fighting, so maybe we are going to see some early knockouts pretty soon. And put it on for Kota Kinabalu, they are not holding back. It's going to be Mr. D, of course, being the aggressor, but knowing HK Hong Kim, they should be retaliating pretty soon, and of course, Cham will be the first one taking down Amy Gaming, and Kota Kinabalu off to a best start.
Yes, Kota Kinabalu right now is splitting up a bit far. Then they have no resource. Look at as Mr. Zero official. Even they have 3 medkit, but they have only 1 weapon right now. Just get the second weapon, of course.
And it's they have to run away. They hot drop in hangar alongside HK, and with Amy Gaming already taken out, I think KK will have to abandon hangar and find somewhere else. So good news for Hong Kim. They scored that first point for themselves, and now they will have full control of this area. But on the other side, TM, they just got a first knockdown as well.
If we're talking about day 1, it's so defensive at Bermuda at map 1. But right now, we're seeing a lot of early fight. Besides HK and Kota Kinabalu, in the other side, TM is fighting also.
Yeah, and I think HK just got a second kill for himself. Okay, Taj Mahal, they are taking on Red 4, and these two teams are really duking it out. Gamer Zone trying to crawl away inside the bush, and so far no one has spotted him out just yet, but they did lose Gen Rush early on. So Red 4 down to the 3 members, but they are able to get a couple of kills in return. So Taj Mahal also suffering a lot of casualties, as you can see at far Gaming Girl also getting knocked down, and this is going to be the 3rd death for Taj Mahal.
Yes, if we're talking about TM Gaming Girl, I find it's so hard to try to run away. It's to open field, and then 1 goal is not enough for them to run.
And they had to play a survival game, since you love Bermuda, Bermuda is your favorite map. If you are in the situation, what would you do? Where would you hide?
Yes, maybe I will try just to fight them because in Indonesia we call it barbar gameplay. Just fight. If you fight, it's really hard to climb up to the standing. So we have to fight and then maybe secure 1 kill or maybe 2 kill and good for standing.
It is actually also a pretty popular term in Malaysia. We also follow barbar gaming.
Oh,
Yeah, we also do barbar gaming once in a while. Like we fight to the death. But compared to Indonesia, I think you guys will beat us anytime when it comes to that. We are not as aggressive in that manner. But sometimes we do that.
which spot? The Bermuda, you have to barbar gameplay.
Everywhere actually. I think like most Malaysia players that I've seen, as a Taj Mahal becomes the first team to get knocked out. But yeah, most Malaysian players that I've seen, they do barbar every once in a while. I think the map that they did do that the most is Kalahari. I think Kalahari is the map that everyone just barbars. I don't know why, but they love to fight.
Do you love Kalahari? Because I'm not like Kalahari at all.
Yeah, I am the minority. I actually love Kalahari. It's my favorite map. I know. Yeah, you just mentioned you don't really like Kalahari. I know Tash doesn't like Kalahari. I think none of the co-casters I've worked with like Kalahari. I'm the only fan of Kalahari. But I find that really unique,
Yes, but right Now we're seeing that Team Monas will facing with Team RF, yes, who's just landed on Riverside right now.
Yeah, they just took out Taj Mahal. They got a couple of minutes to, get their guns, get their resources again, stock up those med kits. And now they're under fire from Monas, the team that really gets off to a super good start. They've gotten BOOYAHs yesterday, and they're looking for more today. And now they kind of have Red Fort boxed in this little shack. There's not much places that RF can really go to.
Yes, Gamer Zone is finding so hard to run away because damage per second from VSS, it's so sick, so salty from Team Monas.
And that is already a first knockdown. And Monas, they're about to head in for extra kills. And he's going to be the driver leading Monas to victory. They will now crash into the building, straight into Red Fort. And this should be the cleanup crew coming up from Monas. Mania does get 2 down, but the glue wall that's going to come out in place after we will protect the elite. For now, Red Fort are no longer in the game as Monas wiped them out.
It's so sad. Red Fort just got their kill from Taj Mahal and suddenly has returned back to lobby at 11 position. And how Team Monas play is so aggressive. Look like damage per second from VSS, and then he turned out the clue and just push into their building.
Yeah, and they actually did it in such a clean way. They get one knockdown, they instantly drive to the building, and they clean out the rest of Red Fort. But on the bright side, at least Red Fort have 4 points after taking out Taj Mahal, so it's not too bad, I suppose. Although it would be great if they survive longer. But against Monas, it is not easy.
Yes, it's good thing for Monas also because on day 1 and the first map they got the BOOYAH, but right now we're gonna see that Mr. Trojan from KLCC has been knocked down by MVP, or maybe MVP is fighting on the other side of Bermuda.
Oh yeah, I mean KLCC in bit of a problem. We saw FMP also get a knock early on, and Mr. Kokan, he needs a bit of help because Papo will go there and rescue him because you don't want to get eliminated that early on. And thankfully for KLCC, there's not going to be any extra aggression. But they have to be really careful though. They just went up against one of the top players in the lobby, 17 out from what Arun. So Malaysia have to watch out.
Yeah, if we're talking about KLCC right now, he's quite a bit of resource. It's good resource for KLCC, which one member of player, I a bit forgot, got like 7 medkit, but right now it's gonna be a fight on Pochino.
Yeah, Borobudur about to go in for the finisher, and they've already gotten 2 kills, and they got the third. It's gonna be Corporal Jono finding the 3rd kill, and this is going to give Borobudur 3 points as the last victim was able to drive away. But nonetheless, for Borobudur, they are near the circle, so they won't go for the chase. They will just continue onwards and work with the 3 kills for now. Really good performance so far coming out of Indonesia.
Yes, if you're looking right now, Borobudur Jian, this is what I've been talking about. Bapak jump shot Indonesia, but I think, is he using his shotgun, or maybe he's using another weapon, or double factor maybe? Oh, he's not using his shotgun.
Yeah, not for now. Not for now. I think we will see his special move, towards the end. I definitely want to see him go up against Swa now that you got me excited. I want to see if the shotgun wins or would the Vector win. For now, both Monas and Borobudur have secured themselves 4 points for Monas and 3 for Borobudur. They are both gonna make it into the safe zone. And on the other side of the map, on the edge of the map, in fact, we still have a team that is just slowly collecting those resources before they make their way into the circle.
Yes, if we're seeing Bora is on the high ground of the Captain before, but right now he's rotating from the back and trying to find the other team who is in Captain, that is KLCC, who is securing on the front of the Captain building is a yellow building and already tapping by Wangbu FF.
Yeah, Boracay is now in the zone. Again, is KLCC really receiving all of those shots as we also get to look at BT. And at the same time, let's see where this circle is going to go. It's very eastwards, but now it converges slightly into the center with Keraton, with the edge of Peak, with Mew and Kota Tua to work with. this should be a very interesting circle because all the teams have just made it to the safe zone.
Yes, because only 3 teams who's made it, who's securing the safe zone. But right now we're gonna see also from Team BT, who is right now just get out from Captain and avoiding a 2 team right on the Captain. It's KLCC and of course Team PH, Team BOOYAH.
Oh yeah, they actually, I think they got an early knock and then didn't get the finisher, but they were able to get away. So Bentan, playing it safe, making sure that they survive until the very end. But on the other hand, it's going to be Monas who is under fire, but no worries, they just got a knockdown. In fact, it's going to be Monas taking on Borobudur. So the two Indonesian teams are out for blood. They want to take each other out. Monas already lost one of their members as Borobudur will be on the high ground, firing upon Monas. This is going to be a pretty tough fight.
Yes, but right now Monas FDW is got 11 glue wall. It's a good thing really for Monas, but their position is in lower ground. So I find it's a little bit hard maybe because Borobudur is securing a clear vision on the high ground area.
Yeah, and they are really making life for the players on Monas pretty difficult. Playing on the high ground, making sure that Monas can't really get anywhere as a second kill comes through. Borobudur have lost the second member thanks to Monas once more, so maybe this high ground advantage isn't really beneficial for them, and Borobudur needs to be pretty careful. We're down to just KitKat and Corporal J, so this is in Corporal John also. You see, at the same time, Mr. Kokan also finds a kill for himself. KLCC putting some numbers on the board. BT have just made it into the circle.
Yes, with 17 and 30 player alive on the circle 2 right now, we see FMP get their player of the Monas, which it means 3 team has been fight in the area.
Yeah, and also we also saw Bossa Gamer join the fight. So apparently we have 4 teams now in this area, and the Thailand team are definitely out for some kills, but gonna see if Team Watpo can make something happen. I mean, FMP TV just got his kill early on. They have 2 kills in the bag. They are on the high ground. They can actually see Monas and Borobudur if they want to. And KitKat, he also lost his life. So Borobudur, they're down to just 1 member. As you can see, 4K on the other hand is gonna try and push straight into the building. 4K needs to be really careful.
Yes, Wangbu FF right now is trying to find the other player of KLCC and is now open firing to one member, Mr. Chochan. Nice one-time turner is already popped out right now, Wangbu FF with 90 HP. Is trying to get on a healer first, and already Mr. Chochan has been knocked down right now. 2 player even.
Papu is also on the ground as Borake, they want to finish the job, and Wangbu FF, he also gets knocked down as Papu is gonna get brought back up and get knocked down again. Hajiyan also tanking the blue zone. He is also dead as Apaiso FF is gonna come in and finish the job. Now KLCC, they're down to just 2 members. Mr. Kokan wants to run away, but we are just BC finding the second finisher. In fact, KLCC not willing to let this go as they are able to trade a couple of kills back.
Oh yeah, I'm so loving how KLCC is playing. Like they gotta choose that reviving Mr. Chochan first, and then Mr. Chochan is just finished reviving, and then he also already looking for another player from Team Boracay and will execute.
Yeah, Boracay, they ran away as they don't really want to stay there for too long, but maybe it is not going to be the same for Haroon, because they are here to fight, and guess who they found is going to be Corporal Jono from Borobudur, and with a couple more shots, Borobudur will be out in 10th place.
Okay, right now we're going to see that Team Boracay, the last one, it's supposed gonna deals with Team What with CU right now is trying to push in to Boracay.
And they don't really need to move too much, and now the blue zone is coming in, so Boracay will be the ones that needs to make the move. For what Arun, they can just wait for the pickoff as they also now race into the circle. We have 9 teams left. 14 minutes in. CU is gonna grab some stuff before joining his team. Monas, they are still on top of the hill. This is gonna be pretty interesting because what Arun might run into them.
As Team Monas right now just play more defensive, but in the other side we have Team BT with 2 kills right now is dealing with another team. Is there Team HK who is on the high ground on the peak?
and this is going to be pretty hard because Team HK, they have the high ground like you said, and they are pretty split up. They're covering a lot of angles as a Boracay will finally get eliminated due to the blue zone, and now it's Benton's turn to try and find an entrance into the high ground, but they don't have much room to work with. This is 2 Vietnam teams trying to fight for some control.
There's a lot of fight of brotherhood like Team Indonesia and Monas and Borobudur, but right now Team HK will dealing with 1 member of Kota Kinabalu. Well, Kota Kinabalu has to eliminate at 8 position right now.
And now we turn our attention back to Monas as a good shot from downtown. 17 arm, and Boss Gamer will close out the chapter for Indonesia, at least for this round. Monas is no longer in the game. We're down to 6 team, and with Monas out, Wat Arun cannot take control of the high ground and see who is going to be the next team that comes in.
Yeah, it looks like Monas is not securing their first map on day 2 like the first day on map Bermuda, but right now the position from Team Wet is really a good position.
And I think they certainly will have some time to work with, but KLCC, they're actually creeping in from behind as Mobile. He just got knocked out. Mr. Kokan also found out as well by DJ Gaming. So it seems like KLCC are in some trouble. As Wat Arun just patiently waiting for the next week to come in. BT, they just lost their first member, and Guild Gaming also needs to be really careful. KLCC will be eliminated.
Yes. Right now, Team HK already pushed into the ground area, to the lower ground, and Duckmom already got guy in. Suddenly back to Robbie right now and just reviving Ma Gaming.
Yeah, and so far, Hon Kim doing super well. So that's a HK. They're gonna find a 6th kill. Now BT finally joins the fight as Mai is on the outskirts. So with the supply crate to work with, as the rest of his team is going to come in. Ma Gaming joining from the side as well. As a HK, they really are playing such phenomenal Free Fire right now.
Look at Team Wet, how they choose to play more patiently. Just let the HK and Team Bintan fight first, and they're securing they last on the circle.
And we have 3 full teams for the final battle. As to start it off, it's going to be a direct trace. What Paul will lose. First member just Miniza, but they instantly bring her back up. The grenade long range as well. From the low ground, you have from the low ground, you have Wat Arun trying to get onto the high ground, but FMPTV will be knocked down and killed off. This is going to be very chaotic for the last circle.
Yes, Team 4 right now is securing the high ground, but they only just Miniza get 1 knockdown on the lower ground area. But right now, HK Gaming is securing more high ground than Team 4, but Ojo Gaming is trying to push him right now to the higher ground.
Yeah, Wapo coming in through. HK still holding onto that area very nicely, as Jasmine Niza's gonna turn around and find herself a free kill. And meanwhile, Oyo Gaming is already in the building. Wapo just storming the castle, as Jasmine Niza will be the last person alive for Wapo, as HK Gaming cleans up shop in the building.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna show themselves out. It's Wat Arun also with 2 members left alive. This is gonna be pretty close as Ma Gaming gets knocked down by the blue zone. Bossa Gamer peeks out. Wapo goes down. It's going to be down to Wat Arun and HK, who is going to get this? The blue zone pushing them in. Bossa Gamer getting gunned on. It's charmed and he's shot from behind. And HK are out. Wat Arun will be the team that gets the first BOOYAH to start off the day.
Yes, again and again, Team Wat is playing so aggressive, so nice at their first map on the Bermuda. But if we're talking about map 1, look like at Jasmine Niza with no resource. It's finding a bit hard for he.
Yeah, and she also unfortunately was caught out in the open, so that was nothing much that they can do. But what Arun, like you pointed out early on, that they play this very safe Free Fire. They wait for everyone else to kill each other. They show up and they took the round away.
Yeah, their position on late game, it's so nicely. They got really good decision not joining the fight on the high ground.
Yeah, and it's also HK being very worn out. Hon Kim kept having to fight team after team, and by the time Wat Arun showed up, they actually don't have really much left in the tank. And of course, there's the blue zone as well, making life pretty hard for HK. So good for Wat Arun. They were getting that first round, getting the booyah, getting, I think, plenty of kills as well.
Yes, but how about Team Indonesia and Team Malaysia? For the first map from day 2, it's not playing quite well.
Yeah, definitely not the start that both of us were looking for. I mean, KLCC did a slightly better job. We saw Mr. Koka and Ajas able to survive for a bit longer after they got sieged by Benton. For Kinabalu, we didn't actually see them too much. We knew that early on they decided to they fought, I think, BT very early on. They lost one guy, and ever since then we didn't get to see them too much.
Yes, while we're discussing, it looks like we're gonna see both highlight from map 1 for Bermuda. So we're gonna see about the highlight. How Team Monas not get the booyah for their first map also at Bermuda, not just like day 1.
How do you think, what do you think happened to both Monas and Borobudur? At one point they were fighting each other, so it was pretty interesting.
Well, about Monas and Borobudur, it's more different than day 1 because their dead point for Bermuda is also different from day 1.
It definitely feels much of a surprise, that they had to fight each other early on. Indonesia was, two teams of Indonesia were fighting each other. Vietnam was doing the same. We got the highlight Red Fort. They did take out Taj Mahal early on. We see Monas at one point had to fight Borobudur, but Boracay, they actually made pretty decent play. They went for this rush into KLCC. Even though they didn't really wipe out KLCC, but they were able to take 2 kills before they left.
The fight, it's so long fight. Before they fight at Cape Town, and then Boracay is rotating from the back of the Cape Town, and finally they're fighting at Kraton right now.
Yeah, they went all the way, right? At Boracay, they got 3 knockdowns. KLCC revived Kokan, then they knocked Kokan down again, and Kokan gets revived. I think Kokan got knocked down like 2-3 times in that fight. He ended up surviving, so KLCC got a slightly better standing. But again, Wat Arun, their positioning from the get-go, been holding these high grounds and being able to wait until the end was super impressive. Kinabalu, though, unfortunately not able to put up a fight.
Yes, and right now is a circle for late game where Team HK is securing their 5 kill from Bentan, has to return to lobby on the 6th position, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, HK is securing a really good position on the late game.
Yeah, and they actually held on for a very long time. They were getting pressured by Wat Arun. They were getting pressured by Wat Po as well. But eventually, it was Wat Arun who went in for the rush and took them out. But before Jasmine Niza died, she also was able to scrap out a few more points for the team. So I think this is going to be a very close round. So I'm excited to see what the standings are going to be. But again, congratulations for Wat Arun taking the first booyah of the night.
Yeah, it's so good thing for Team Lady Jasmine Ninja, but it means for match 1, map 1 for Bermuda, it's not always high ground that win the fight. Because we see Team HK finally has to be at a 2nd position for their rank.
Oh yeah, it definitely isn't always that. And I think Wat Arun did a fantastic job of just, chasing the members of HK out of the house and just pressuring them from all angles, right? HK pretty much feeling really tired after fighting so many teams. So, like you say, Wat Arun made really good late game decisions, and it got them the first round. And let's see if they can continue that in Kalahari later on.
How about prediction for the standing? Because usually the team who has got the booyah and the team who has got most kill will get different standing.
I think Kinabalu probably would drop because they got knocked out, I think, like 8th, 9th place, so that they would go down in positioning. But maybe for Wat Arun and HK, their standings, they're definitely going to be up there. Maybe we're looking at a top 4 finish. I mean, the top 6 is actually pretty close. So I'm excited to see what Arun is going to be in top 3. I feel like they would be there, or they will stay there if they aren't already there. But that is my prediction. I think Wat Arun and HK is going to be there.
Yes, but right now we're gonna see jump to the standing. It is standing from day 2, which what Arun in their first position right now, and then Bentan is dropped to the second position.
Yeah, and of course, Wat Arun with such an amazing round 1. They kick a Bentan down. Watpo in 3rd place, and still the same. Kinabalu now down to 4th place. Monas and Borobudur both share 77 points in 5th and 6th place. HK makes it to 7th. KLCC now in 8th place. Red 4 in 9th place. Boracay in 10th. Intramuros in 11th. And Taj Mahal still in the 12th place.
Yes, but chill and relax because right now it's only the first map from day 2. We still get a 5 map, and the next one will be Kalahari. It's your favorite map, Husky. What do you think about Kalahari before we jump into the Kalahari?
I love Kalahari because you said Bermuda, it is not always about the high ground, but when it comes to Kalahari, it is almost always about the high ground. I think that is one thing I love about the map. Everyone plays high ground, everyone plays long range snipers, and my favorite place in Kalahari is Refinery. I think whoever controls Refinery is going to have a good chance of making it to top 3 of the round. So yeah, and that is my reason. I think Refinery provides a lot of high ground for teams to take advantage of.
But if you're talking about Refinery, there's quite a bit of resource in Kalahari. Refinery.
Yeah, there is definitely minimal resources there, which is why I think normally you only see like one team at Refinery, and they just wait until the circle closes in. So whoever gets Refinery early on probably is going to have a better chance of making it into the last circle. But I want to see if the teams can capitalize on that. We will find out though after a short break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back for map 2.
Something's going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady. Really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah.
Welcome back, survivors. This is the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament, day number 2. We just got done with Bermuda, and guess what? What Arun got, not just the BOOYAH, but they are now first place in the rankings. My name is Husky, and joining me is the wonderful old baby. I'm looking forward to Kalahari, and I hope you are too.
Yes, but chill and relax for the other team, for all the fans of the other team, for all the countries, because we still have a 5 map, and of course for today, we also know that all the teams maybe warm up a little bit late.
Oh yeah, and some teams, they do take a while to come online, so you know we have to be a bit patient. Maybe in game 2 we are going to see Borobudur step up. Maybe Monas is going to get the BOOYAH like they did yesterday. So hopefully that is going to be the case. There's a lot more actions to for us to expect. Primarily from India, I want to see Red Fort and Taj Mahal also kind of step up their performance and show us that they can actually take on the big dog.
How about Kota Kinabalu and KLCC? Because from the day one, Tesh is give some message on the stream for Mr. Chochan, and suddenly on the next map, he's already changed.
Oh really? Okay, I need to do that. So
You got any message?
Kokan, you better win. If you win, I will treat you to food when I see you next time. You have to win, Kokan. I think that is my message. What food does he like? That's a good question. I don't know what food he likes. I'll treat him to mee goreng. I'll treat him to Indomie.
Oh,
I think
you
everyone
have to
loves
come to
Indomie.
Indonesia.
We also I have been to Indonesia before. I love the place. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to go back.
Okay, but right now we're gonna go to Kalahari for map 2 and day 2, and let's go to Kalahari.
My favorite map, and I know that the things I like about Kalahari is very unorthodox. It's very weird, you know, very bizarre. But I do want to see who is going to take control of Refinery, and I think I've got my answer. It's Team HK. They going to be right on top of that place.
Yes, and Reverie got the blue zone, so the resource, maybe a bit minimum, but it also good resource at Reverie with the blue zone area.
And that should keep them safe for the early phases of the game. But early on, we see Kinabalu now. The first team that they run into, of course, is not the team that they are confident in fighting. At least for now, it's going to be what Arun once more. Swatters get a first blood. Guess what? KLCC now is also going to take on a fight, as both the Malaysian teams are taking on both the Thailand teams.
Yes, the team of Malaysia right now is joining a fight, and if we're looking at Oldhampton right now, Hajiat, it doesn't have any medkit at all with a low HP from Hajiat.
Yeah, and most players in this area in Oldhampton, they don't have much time to get resources. And like you said, Hajiat, he is very, very low. Kokan only has one glue wall to work with. Ajas PC, he has two medkits. He's probably gonna drop it to Hajiat so that he can heal back up. But as that was happening, Jasminiza just took out Mr. Kokan, and here comes Watpo. They are about to take on KLCC.
Yes, if we're looking at the fight right now, RIP has already getting close with Team KLCC, and right now RIP has to wait maybe for the other member from Po, but RIP has been knocked down right now.
Oh, Jasminiza coming in from behind. Jasminiza finding 2 kills, and Ojo Gaming is going to come in to provide a bit of help, but Jasminiza also just got knocked down. As Watpo still 3 members left alive, they will have 2 players of KLCC on the ground. Actually 3, as I believe Papo also got knocked down early on thanks to Jasminiza. So KLCC are in a very bad spot.
Yes, it's not a good fight for both of them, because they are got no resource at all. Look at Jasminiza, no medkit, no glue wall, even no grenade, but only has a good armor right now, fast level 2.
Even after killing off 3 guys on KLCC, they still couldn't find anything because they don't really have the resources. But KLCC now only has 1 last member left, and I believe that is going to be Hajiat, who ran away So good for Watpo. They got 3 kills, but
Yeah.
they did lose FMP, I believe. So it's kind of a 3-for-1 trade.
Yeah, talking about early fight in Free Fire, it's more important about the item. Which item you like most? Is that a summon airdrop or maybe a bounty token?
The item that I like the most, I don't know. I think I like grenades the most.
Okay,
I think
grenade,
grenades. Yeah, I like grenades the most because they are also very important. You want to push into houses. You want to clear off enemies. A grenade, it can do that for you. So I think if you know how to use the grenade, it can actually give you a lot of advantages in these fights.
Yes, but right now after Team Po just fight with KLCC, he has to deal with Team Monas. The Team Monas right now, Accept is already standby with the double factor. It's
And
Ojo Gaming.
And they found him. It's gonna be Dims just spraying down the glue wall. Ojo Gaming trying to hide behind, but it is not going to work out. Stay away will finish off the job as Monas. They have been waiting for to show up, and just as they do, Monas will strike. FMP TV, he does get 1 kill, but can he get more? The answer is no. FDayWay will find a second, and the third victim is now gonna come right through. Jasmine Niza stands no chance, and Monas will wipe out Watpo.
Yes, Watpo has back to lobby on the first team at rank 12. But if you're looking at Watpo, I think Ojo Gaming is not aware first that Team Monas is already there.
Yeah, I don't think they did either. I mean, it's very unlucky for Watpo, right? Because they got the BOOYAH in round 1, then they got in first place in the ranking, and now in map number 2, they kind of too soon. But they did get 3 points by killing off 3 members from KLCC, so they walked away with something, but it definitely is not a good game for them.
Yes, in Indonesia, we have like sentence, it's after the BOOYAH, it's come too soon. It's like curse.
It's a curse. Is it?
Yeah,
a
it's
thing?
a curse.
It happens.
Yes.
It
After
actually
BOOYAH,
it happens
it will
often.
come too soon. Yeah, of course.
It also happened in our region for MCP. The recent, I think, FFAC, the Asia Championship, and there was also like a lot of too soons after BOOYAHs. I think that curse is following us everywhere. So
Yes, it sadly happened to What Arun. Just like we remember, yes, What Arun is on the first position on the standing right now with 95th point.
yeah, and now they are going to stay there for a while. But at least for Watpo, they are in third position. Pretty much, they might drop to 4th or 5th after this round. So What Arun, we'll see if they can continue this performance early on. There is a saying in Malaysia. In BM,
What is?
in bahasa, they say kalah tak apa, style mesti ada. So
Okay.
yeah, so even if you lose, it's okay. You want to go out in style, and I think Watpo, they did go out in style.
Okay, but right now we're gonna see that Team Redford has joined the fight, has dealing with Team HK, while on the other side HK also dealing with Team Borobudur and already got 1 knockdown. But Team Borobudur, the player who's knocked down, he's just got the revive.
And you can see that HK, they actually aren't sticking around to put out those suppressive fire, so Borobudur should be able to quickly move if they want to. It's not a good place to be hiding behind. They will suppress behind those containers. Meanwhile, you can see Kota Kinabalu, they are putting some kills on the board. Mr. D and Swa Gaming are both getting kills for themselves, as KK now have 3 kills under their belt. They have completely won this fight. So Kota Kinabalu finally stepping up their game.
Yes, even Swa Gaming resource, it's so good. 8 medkit with 4 glue wall, and of course the armor is already first level 4. It's good for them on Kalahari.
And at the same time, you can see that for at least for Kota Kinabalu, they are kind of on the outskirts. They are west side of command post. You can see Hajiya, he's hiding at foundation alone. He's the only guy left alive. Borobudur continues the fight with HK. With HK, they were at refinery, and now 2 members of Borobudur are already on the ground.
Yes, Borobudur gets that right now is trying to open up their shotgun, open firing, and finally the bomb is securing the kill from Borobudur. HK Champ is trading knockdown and only Duck Mom is trying to push in, and Borobudur has returned to lobby, has back to lobby at 11.
And Borobudur once more falls, and this time in the hands of HK. A slow start for the team. I mean, they were completely caught here, and just good control from HK right early on. You say there was the blue zone over refinery. HK got themselves really good resources, and they used their resources to make quick work of Borobudur. So very unlucky for them. But Indonesia still has one more team, which is Monas, who early on got 3 kills, I believe. So they wiped out Watpo. So maybe this is going to be the map, as they are playing around the circle.
If we're talking about Team Indonesia, there's a big difference, a huge difference. And the first map will look like Team Monas. He doesn't get their BOOYAH. And of course, right now on the map 2, Team Borobudur also not get the BOOYAH and even get the 2 zone on 11 position.
And if Monas wants to reclaim that first spot, they have to get the BOOYAH for this map, and they also have to find Wat Arun and wipe them out as soon as possible. But we also have one more, another team, Boracay, who early on, on Bermuda, they faced off against Kota Kinabalu. Afterwards, they left, and then they met again, and they also ran into KLCC. So Boracay, they have been involved in a lot of fights with different teams. We'll see if they can do that this round. BT also same as well. Very late bloomers. They come online very slow. Now they might have to face off against Redford.
Yep, but I think Redford is not aware that a BT is joining to come into their building right now. And suddenly, it looks like they're aware and already throwing grenade by Guyan Race.
Oh, and just a good one from Mania. Sees the members of BT from afar, instantly puts a bullet in and gets the first kill. So BT now completely trapped thanks to Redford, and they are so much separated from each other. You can see that Hong Akira is so far ahead, but at the same time, the other 2 members of BT are very far behind. They also have HK, who might spot them from afar because they are on that refinery high ground. Whereas for Redford, they might have to deal with Taj Mahal, who is on the other side. So this is gonna be pretty messy. But look at the circle. The circle likes Redford. Monas coming in though.
Monas! Oh my god, Monas is already jumping to the launch pad to the building of Redford. So it means 3 teams on the building. Is there Redford, Monas, and of course Team BT.
Yeah, and Team BT most likely won't be taking this fight because they are so spread out. But Monas, they are ready to fight. Monas, they only have 3 members, you gotta remember that. And Monas actually finds members of BT as Mobile is gonna get a trade back. And Redford also loses gamer zone. This is pretty messy though. As JN Rush goes down to the low ground, actually turns around, knocks down Dims. This guy has inhuman reaction. FD Wei now tries to come in for the help. They throw in the grenade as well. FD Wei, with the help of the blue wall, now wants to go for the revive. They also have the grenade as well. Mania though will shoot FD Wei down, as Redford will turn this whole building into a fortress. But as Mobile from afar takes down Gen Rush. This is getting pretty messy for a 3-way fight, as Mania tries to kill off FD Wei and Dims, but the revive does come through as Mona still keeps all the members alive. And now Redford needs to do a bit more to take down Monas, but they're not getting the shots in.
Yes, as Mobile taking more advantage in team fight between RF and Team Monas. If you're going to see the team fight between RF and also Team Monas, as Mobile getting a lot of kill for them.
Yeah, and as Mobile just getting free kills, flashbang coming in, happy PG can't see anything, but no one from Monas follows up with that. So now Monas, they're down to 2 guys. Redford still have 3 to work with. HK meanwhile into the time turner. They will find Sua as Kota Kinabalu will now be the new challenger for HK. But Cham, he's coming around the corner. Does Kota Kinabalu know this? Grenade launches out. Mr. D on the ground. The glue walls are falling, as meanwhile Monas on the other side also takes off the members of Redford. But we're keeping our eyes on to HK because they might just eliminate Kota Kinabalu. Ma Gaming will finally be killed off by Amy. But so far, this is still a standstill as Mobile now gets found out. HK just joined the fight, but they have lost almost everyone, and only Cham is left alive. Meanwhile, on the other end, BT also down to one member, as this is getting very, very messy. Swa is the last survivor for Kota Kinabalu, who will survive as BT. Now they still want to keep themselves in the game, or AS Mobile won't be revived, but two members of Kota Kinabalu still in the house. Meanwhile, for what Arun, they only left with one guy.
Yes, there's a lot of fight in Kalahari right now at Circle 4, but we're going to see the Team BT, Kai-In, just open firing with their UMP, but already knocked down. It's only Asmobile left. Look, oh my god, Asmobile is trying to run away and avoid the fight right now.
As Intramuros gets knocked down, Asmobile is the only one left alive. His teammate just got killed off by Kota Kinabalu, so Asmobile will just hide in this building for now. 8 teams left with 15 players left alive. This is a very close round, and Asmobile is gonna peek out. Oh, doesn't take down Amy. Now Kota Kinabalu knows where he is. Asmobile again goes for the right pick. Grenade coming through. Asmobile forced back into the house. That drops a couple of glue wall and makes sure that he protects himself, but now he's completely trapped.
Yes, it's good defensive play from Asmobile with a lone survivor, of course, but right now we're going to see that Team Boracay Twinkle FF has already knocked down. It's pushed in by the team TM.
Yeah, it steps on a trip mine, but they bring it back up. Payaso FF is now going to be on the ground, but Boracay not wanting to go down without a fight. They will try to take this all the way. As Cookie is already down. Taj Mahal striking back. Boracay down with 2 members on the ground. Gaming Girl will be the third victim for Boracay, as they still managed to get 6 kills, but from behind, Bright Fox with a good backstab takes out Twinkle, but Mania now sneaks in a kill. Kill steals Bright Fox away, as Redford, they are still not out just yet, and now they got those kills in. Oh babe, look at this, we have 7 teams with 9 people.
Yes, of course, and at 5 circle, so the circle is hit more sick than before.
Oh, this is going to be a very clutch at Slumber Q alongside Cookie 18. They're about to storm the fort. You can see Wangbu FF from Boracay. He is just hiding inside this building. Will they know about this though? As he's gonna show himself. They're gonna try to kill him, but he runs up the stairs onto the second floor. He's gonna run into a second member. It's gonna be Dims from Monas now. They're chasing him around. Meanwhile, Mania on the other side of the building. Cookie with the nade takes down Wangbu FF, as Boracay still is already out. But Mania, he's still hiding behind his glue wall. No one is paying attention to him. He might get a couple of shots onto the members from Taj Mahal, but now he drops down. They hear he's gonna turn the corner, finds the grows, runs into the building. There is a glue wall from Boston Gamers. It's what Arun, they want to keep their placement alive, but what Arun is down thanks to Amy. Kota Kinabalu, Redford is also dead. Kota Kinabalu with Swan, Amy is still alive, but they will both get eliminated. Monas gets knocked out, Mahal dies as well. This is going to be super close. Gonna be Kota Kinabalu and KLCC. Fight of the Malaysians who will win this. It's Kota Kinabalu. They take out Hadian, and it's going to be KK with the second Booyah. What a finale for Kalahari.
Yes, and of course Kota Kinabalu is getting a plenty of kill. It looks like Kota Kinabalu has securing 10 kill for Kalahari. Well, I think the message is sending very success for all 2 teams at Malaysia. Kota Kinabalu securing the Booyah, and the other team is securing the second position.
Yeah, I sent it
It's
to
good
Kokan.
message.
It's good message, right? I sent it to Kokan, and Kinabalu was the one who heard it. But I actually forgot about Hajiat because they lost 3 guys, but he was able to hide until the final circle. So what a round for Malaysia, and this is going to put Kinabalu back on the rankings, right? They were in 4th place just now, but with this Booyah, they might be able to move back up.
Yes, it's really good thing for 2 team of Malaysia. We're looking at the early fight between Kota Kinabalu and also KLCC, but they're also as joining the late game and securing their top 3 on the Kalahari.
Yeah, but we also saw Redford and Taj Mahal, the 2 teams of India, right? Mania, he was on the roof for so long. No one spotted him. Taj Mahal came in and actually was able to take out Boracay and make it into the top 6 as well. So I hardly see a round like this. This is a very intense round. We have 1 player alive for almost all the teams at the very end.
It makes like also 7 teams, right? On the Circle 5.
Yeah, we have 7 teams and we had 9 people left alive. So like only Boracay and Kota Kinabalu had 2 guys.
Okay, while we're discussing, we're going to see for the highlight from map 2, which I love the most is from Team Taj Mahal, Girth Power, hashtag Girth Power.
Yeah, finally Taj Mahal stepping out. We didn't get to see that on day 1. They only got 1 kill by the end of day 1, but now they are starting to show us why Taj Mahal is such a force to be reckoned with. As we roll the highlight reel, this is an interesting game, bro. We had KLCC against Watpo early on. KLCC ends up losing the fight, but hey, guess what? They only need 1 guy to make it to the end.
Yeah, it's so amazing from KLCC how they're going to an early fight on the Kalahari, but they got the BOOYAH at the late game.
Oh, they absolutely did. And of course, for Monas, they also had to play this very aggressive game. They definitely did play Baba this time. You know, they had 3 guys. They ran into a building, had to fight Red Fort, also getting shot by us Mobile from BT from afar as well, and somehow everyone ended up staying in the building. We saw Borobudur getting eliminated by HK near Refinery. This is kind of what we talked about early on. When HK went to Refinery, they have the resources and they were able to win this fight.
Even in fourth circle, there's quite a lot of fight going on. We see also from Team Redford right now has to dealing with Team Monas, and also this is the building for late game, right?
Yeah, this is the late game building. Everyone just fighting around this area. Oh, this is not the late game building yet, but we are getting close to that. I mean, BT, they are now going to run. This is where, you know, AS Mobile, he gets trapped in the building, finally gets taken out. This is the late game building. We saw Boracay taking on Taj Mahal, and they ended up losing.
I love how Taj Mahal playing right now has getting to the late game, all the ladies, girl power, but KLCC securing their BOOYAH. It's good for Team Malaysia because at the standing, it's KLCC is the 5th, right? Or maybe 4th.
It's actually Kinabalu got the BOOYAH, but KLCC...
Oh, yeah, Kinabalu.
KLCC, I think they were in 8th place, so they are on the 2nd page. But well, at least they still able to get some placement points. I think Kota Kinabalu had 4 or 5 kills by the end of that. Not too many kills, but still, they get the BOOYAH. Now I'm excited to see if they will move up in the standings.
Yes, but if that's for 2 maps, we're going to see for map 3 how a bit prediction for you for Purgatory, because Purgatory, we both are not like Purgatory.
No, I don't like Purgatory.
Why?
I think Purgatory is a very big map. How to put it? I don't really like it because I am not good with big maps. I get lost easily, and in a map like Purgatory, especially when the circle comes into play, I just feel like it's very hard to hold some positions. I think a lot of people like to go for the fishing hut near the river. A lot of people, a lot of people like to hold the bridges. It's a map that I find myself struggling a lot because I don't know how to hold those areas, which is why I like Kalahari, because all I have to do is to stand on top of Refinery. But any predictions from you for the map?
Well, Purgatory, I got a bit like Purgatory because Purgatory is not for barbar gameplay, as we know. Of course, in Brasilia, it will be early fight always at Brasilia. So for all the teams who need kill point, it will good to play at Purgatory.
Oh, I'm definitely looking for the Brazilian fight. You know, it wouldn't be free fire if no teams drop there. I'm expecting teams to really go, like you say, barbar style, go super aggressive, meet up at Brasilia and just see who is the better team. But for now, are there any stand-up teams to you? Are there any teams that are playing super well?
Super well. If we're talking about as total, it is 8 match, right? From day 1 and day 2. Maybe I'll look for Wat Arun.
Yeah, Wat Arun. I agree with you, right? They did get the BOOYAH for game 1 and game 2. Even though they didn't, I still think they put up a pretty good fight. But it's good to see all the other teams stepping up, even, you know, to the extent of Taj Mahal. Let's look at the standings. Kinabalu now in first place. KK with 102 points. Wat Arun, you know, a very great team. following closely behind 100 points. Benton, BT 95 points in 3rd place. Monas in 4th place with 91 points. And Watpo in 5th place with 89. And finally, Borobudur in 6th place with 77 points.
Yes, on the other side, from the rank 7 is Juan Kim, from the 8 KLCC and 9 Redford, 10 Boracay, 11 we have Taj Mahal and 12 Intramuros. There's only 2 difference from Wat Arun to Kinabalu. And we have only like 4 map left.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 4 maps have super close rounds, and not just Kinabalu and Wat Arun, but Bentan, Monas, Watpo, Borobudur, and even Honkim. They also have a chance to catch up if they have great games for the next 4 maps. So now, I really can't tell you who I think is going to win. It is way too close, but this is what we love about Free Fire, right? Just every single round is so close that you don't know who is going to win until the last round finishes.
Yes, it's like a fresh start, more fresh start. Even we're jumping to the map 3. But right now, a quick predict. Who's team that like to barbar gameplay and at Purgatory? Or maybe have a barbar gameplay at Brasilia? Which team character that you think have a barbar gameplay?
Well, earlier you said Monas likes to play Barbar. If I'm not mistaken, I think the 2 Vietnam teams, Hong Kim and Bentan, also likes to play Baba because again, as mobile, he loves to do that. I think Watpo with FMP TV, they also like to Barbar as well. So I'm looking at this 3 team: Monas, Watpo, and Bentan. Maybe they'll meet up at Brasilia to fight, but we will only find out when we come back after this break.
A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao,
Welcome back to the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament. This is day number 2. We have 4 more rounds left. Purgatory is coming up, and of course, joining you guys watching will be me, Husky, and of course, Oh Baby, bring you guys all of the action.
Yes, we're gonna jump to Purgatory. And like I said before, this is the map for Barbar gameplay. Like we also know, Brasilia is always has to be an early fight. And if you say, what team before?
I
Is
say,
there Team Monas?
yeah, Monas, Watpo, and
Okay.
Benton.
Same with me. I feel Bentan will go on an early fight, and of course, Hon Kim, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I think they also would be would go for those fights as well. I think Vietnam teams in general love to Babar, but I wonder if we would see Malaysia teams there. I think that is what I am hoping to see, because I think Kinabalu is more Babar than KLCC. So hopefully we get to see them at Brasilia as well for game number 3.
Okay, and get a lot of kill point, yes? And of course,
Yes.
don't forget to support your country, and Philippines will go for hashtag Lakaseng FFPH and hashtag Pinakasalam. What is Malaysian hashtag?
Hashtag KLCC win and hashtag KK win. That is
Okay,
how. That
KLCC
is yeah.
win.
Yeah, our hashtags are very easy. But if you guys want to, I want to send a message out to Kokan again because he didn't get the booyah.
Okay.
So
Just
guys,
in case-
hashtag Kokan in the comments, because every game that Kokan doesn't win, I will not belanja him any food. So Kokan must win.
Okay, quick predict before we go to Purgatory. Whose team got good booyah?
Let's go Bentan.
Okay, so let's go to Purgatory on map 3 for BOOYAH Free Fire Asia Tournament, and already got their comfort zone at Lumber Mill. That team Watpo and Team RF, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah, and you can see that for Watpo, they drop down so early into Lumber Mill, and this is going to be an early fight for sure. Who is going to Brasilia? It seems like Borobudur will be the only team that goes to Brasilia.
Yeah.
We're not going to see any early fights, I suppose.
Yes, but we'll see early fight across Marble Works, because is there Team HK and then Team TM, and the other one is Team Kota Kinabalu or KLCC from Sua Gaming.
Yeah, so Gaming Kota Kinabalu. Let's see if we can run around with Mr. D. They always are. They are the dynamic duo for sure. Boracay already on splitting out early on, but you can already see that Watpo, they've already lost one member, RIP, getting knocked down onto the ground. It's just Beniza tries to fight, but Red Fort will get the drop, and that's going to be just Beniza, the first member of Watpo to get sent back to the lobby. FMP TV wants to run away, but it's going to be Happy PG with the long range snipe to take him out. So Ojo Gaming is the last member left for Watpo.
Yes, Watfo is trying to drop to Lumber Mill, but they're split up a bit far because one player is already on the high ground on the back of Lumber Mill. So it's a good thing for Team Redford again and again for day 2. They securing only 3 kills on the early fight. So we'll back to Marble Works right now, while Kota Kinabalu is there. Just BOOYAH has come too soon for Kota Kinabalu.
Hopefully the curse is not going to happen. I mean, Amy getting a good knockdown, but Afi is dead thanks to Charm. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade so far between these two teams, but Mr. D just found another kill on HK. It's going to knock down Mine. So Ma Gaming also getting shot. Mr. D from the high ground finding 2 quick kills onto HK.
Yes, right now Kota Kinabalu has 3 kills, but if we're looking at the other area of Marble Works, it's like 3 teams that has drop point at Marble Works. But right now, I'm not seeing the other team. Oh, it's here. Team Monas just finished their building.
And you can see Mr. D turns around. I think he saw the members of Mona, so doesn't want to take the fight, at least. No, not after they just came off of one fight, but Monas, they did take control of a huge area around Marble Works. They also have
Yes.
control of the river in case any team is nearby. So Monas, in game two, too soon. Let's see that if they can at least get a couple of kills in this game.
Yes, if we're looking with a resource that Monas accept, he has no resource at all. He's only had a weapon, even no medkit, no glue wall, and no grenade. But we're looking at the other side where Team What right now is securing their area at Mod House, and even KLCC has got early fight right now.
Yeah, Mr. Kokan, he's already down. I mean, they very surprising. KLCC, they dropped at Mode House, but they still lost one member. So maybe Mr. Kokan decided to split from the team and ends up getting picked off. But without Kokan, KLCC will have to play a bit safe.
Oh, so it's look like your message is not working so well on map 3, right?
No, I don't think so. I think Mr. Kokan looked at his phone because my message notification, so he died. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, KLCC. Game two. They lost three guys on Kalahari, but they still were able to get second place. So maybe they can do that again in this round.
Yes, of course, and we're looking also with Team Taj Mahal from India right here, who has risen up from Kalahari before, and this is the girl power. We have Gaming Girl here, and of course Brett Fox and Cookie 18, and of course Slumber.
Oh, can't wait to see if how Taj Mahal is gonna perform. So far, hanging out at Quarry, there is there's actually no one near Quarry, so Taj Mahal have a lot of resources that they can definitely go for. No big problem right here. We'll see. Game one, the first team they ran into was Red Fort, and Red Fort wiped them out. Game two, Taj Mahal make it to the late game. They actually wiped out Boracay. So we'll see if that's going to be the same, as we now have Boracay themselves still trying to look for some resources.
It's quite more defensive on Purgatory right now on map 3. If we're looking at Bermuda before and Kalahari before, there's a lot of fight from early, but right now from Purgatory we only see one fight, and even it's still 12 team with 40 player alive.
Yeah, and ASAP getting knocked with Charm, who shoots him down. So that's gonna be a free kill. Remember HK early on, they did lose 3 members to Kota Kinabalu. So now they want to get as much kill as they can. But unfortunately, Cham has just stirred the hornet's nest. Of all the teams he decided to make angry, he found Monas. So F Dayway is about to hunt him down. Cham wants to run away, but I don't think he can do that. There's not much space for him to work with. As Monas, they're just gonna come in and clean him up.
He cannot go anywhere, and he's facing a loss of number also. Like it's 4 versus 1, so HK Cham is. Can he right now?
No. And unfortunately, it's too many members from the side of Monas. HK will be the first team to get knocked out, but they did take 2 kills with them, and they also injured Monas as well, making Monas only down to 3 members. Meanwhile, Makisig actually takes out Twinkle, as Boracay will lose their first member. Very unfortunate for them. So far, I mean, we actually never really saw too much from Intramuros. I wonder what they are up to so far, because Intramuros, for both games that they played, they actually didn't have too good of a round. And with this first kill onto Boracay, they are definitely in a better spot.
Yes, right now we're looking at Intramuros, and one team has going back to lobby. With Intramuros right now on the standing position, they are at bottom table. They really need a lot of point, of course, for map 3 and of course the other map.
Yeah, they need perfect performance for the rest of the night. They also need to make sure that they get as much kills as possible. It is going to be a big challenge for Intramuros. We'll see if they can pull that off. But so right now, like you said, oh babe, everyone is playing super safe, right? We expect Barbar plays down Purgatory, but unfortunately, everyone is just taking their time, just running around the map, finding resources, and not really fighting anyone.
Yeah, it looks like our prediction is not well going for map 3 on Purgatory, because even Brasilia has only one team who's dropped at Brasilia, and the other team will drop at Marble Works and of course Lumber Mill.
Yeah, and so this is going to definitely take a while. I mean, KLCC, they dropped that mode house. As we have two teams, I believe, and Marble work early on. So Kota Kinabalu, they have just made it to Central. Most likely will be waiting here for a while. So we are still in the first circle. So
Yeah.
there's not much for these guys to do. Ojo Gaming, again, still alive, the last member of his team. So he's most likely going to be playing outside the blue zone.
Yeah, but it's still good for Kota Kinabalu because Kota Kinabalu on early fight has securing 3 kills. It means understanding will going more up on the standings because of for the standing before Kota Kinabalu is like on the second place, right?
Kota Kinabalu right now they're in the first place.
First
they're
place.
they're 2 points ahead of Wat Arun. So like 102 for Kota Kinabalu and 100 for Wat Arun.
Okay, it's really a good thing because at Map Purgatory Map 3 right now, Kota Kinabalu has securing 3 kill. And right now we're going to see which circle is gonna go because if we're seeing right now from drone view, there is a fight
Wow.
for Borobudur.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams at Central, and look at that circle. 3 islands at once. Circle really benefiting Central a lot, but it's a very challenging circle because it actually covers covers pieces of land on all 3 of the island. Now this team will have to make a choice. Where do they want to go next? Borobudur, they have 1 point under their belt so far, but
Yeah.
nothing much more than that. I mean, for Central, gonna be Kota Kinabalu still holding in this area, but they have visitors from afar, and those visitors are from Taj Mahal.
Yep, and we're looking at their resource. It's a good resource for Kota Kinabalu and Ami Gaming here has.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Want to see if Taj Mahal is going to challenge Kota Kinabalu. Oh boy, Bossy Gamer just drove by, and as from Wat Arun was able to pass the bridge. No one for Kota Kinabalu spotted that early enough, but they are going to take the zip line across the river onto mainland. So it means Taj Mahal now will be able to control the central area. So far, it's gonna be Wat Arun playing a pretty slow game that far, but we see BT as Mobile already getting the initial frag onto Gur as Monas now find themselves in a pretty killer position. They do bring Gur back up, but unfortunately they will have to fight this 4 versus 5 fight, and it's not going to be easy because Hong Akira just threw that nade, toss it onto Gur, knocks him down once more, but because the suppressive fire is coming out from BT, Monas won't be able to make it in time to bring Gur back alive, so Gur is going to bleed out. Dim's also now on the ground as BT systematically dismember Monas. FD Wei will be the last survivor of the team, but with him hiding behind all those blue walls and structures, but also on the low ground, they should be able to kill him off, and FD Wei is the last guy alive. BT, they're gonna hunt him down.
It's still not a good map for Team Indonesia because right now Team Monas finding a bit hard on map Purgatory. It is left only FDW and he's trying to push in by Queen, and Team Monas has going back to lobby at 11th position.
And it's going to be BT with 3 kills so far. If you turn our attention back to Central, that's where Red Fort is. Kota Kinabalu, they just took the zip line. Taj Mahal, they're also there. As you can see, KLCC, Haji, he did get a kill early on, but Taj Mahal, they're circling the building. They might have to fight Red Fort.
Okay, right now we're going to see Team Red Fort with 3 kills is trying to push into Team Taj Mahal and Team Hajiat right now, and the other side Watfo has eliminated with us Mobile at 10th position.
And here comes KLCC from the low ground. Red Fort Gamer Zone has full vision of where KLCC is coming from. Red Fort should be ready. Gamer Zone is thinking about going for potential ambush, but decides to relocate back onto the high ground as a Wangbu FF just got knocked down by the blue zone, unfortunately. From the side of Boracay. But Kota Kinabalu in the circle so far, they have Boracay near them.
If we're talking about Kota Kinabalu, they really have good position right here. Even in Brasilia, we also have Team BT and of course Team Boracay right now on the other side of Brasilia.
Yeah, and you can see that all of these teams, they are slowly coming in. We are definitely seeing the players from BT at least sticking together. They are hugging the outskirts of the circle, but when they run in, they will definitely have to start thinking about perhaps fighting Taj Mahal or fighting Red Fort, but they are actually just slowly moving out for now.
Like you also know that Team BT is warm up a bit late, so this is map 3 is there finally turn on for Team BT. Meanwhile, Team Borobudur has killing fight with Team Taj Mahal, the girls power, and suddenly get 3 kills right now from Borobudur Jin as Bapak Jamshut Indonesia.
And of course, Borobudur looking for the 4th kill. The nade does land on the slumber kill. They're gonna just wrap around the blue wall. Jin will go for the finisher. Taj Mahal finally eliminated from the game. Borobudur secures that one. Now they will have to gonna be stopped by the fishing hut for a while. There's a separate team, and that's gonna be a Red Fort. They have just made it to this area, and look at this circle. It's so deadly. What Arun needs to start swimming because that circle is gonna abandon them and it's gonna end up on the side of the main land. That's why BT, Kota Kinabalu, and Boracay are the Red Fort right now will be forced to fight against Borobudur.
I don't like the circle like this. It's so hard for Team Borobudur, Red Fort to moving to next circle, of course.
Yeah, and that's the same can be also, and this is definitely tough for what Arun as well. They have to swim to the mainland, and that's where all the teams are waiting for now. See, Red Fort, they did lose Happy PG, but they still have 3 guys left. You see KLCC on the high ground. Red Fort, what are they gonna do? It seems like they're going for the zip line. That's where KLCC are actually bunked out. They're actually guarding this area, but Hajia, gotta be careful. It's gonna be a knock onto again Rich Gamer Zone as he gets knocked down. Hajia will lose the gunfight as Gian Rich will go into the bushes. Cross Mania will finish off the kill. KLCC knocked out in 8th place.
It's really an good aggressive gameplay by Red Fort. So right now Red Fort has 5 kills, and with circle for 7 teams, 21 player alive. Boracay right now only 2 player left and got a hit by the circle right now.
And they have to start running as soon as possible because you don't really want to tank the circle so much. As you can see, Parging FF is already down thanks to Amy, as now by a soul tries to jump over the window, but he also dies to Amy. Boracay have been eliminated. Look at BT, they have 8 kills so far and they're still looking for more. So much control. The circle is beside the river. It's everyone now have to fight their way into the circle, but the circle is on the open ground, so this is very dangerous for all of these guys.
Yes, all the circle of late game right now is too open field, but BT has a lot of advantage with 7 medkits. Kuyin has 3 glue walls right now.
And BT have 9 kills in total, but they are still not done yet. Borobudur on the other side also chipping in to get some kills of their own. Swa actually takes out Rukawa from Intramuros. You can see Kota Kinabalu now running in with 3 of their members. Amy actually gets a kill for himself. They're gonna go for the push. Borobudur boxed in near some fences, and Intramuros will get eliminated. Kota Kinabalu also with 8 kills for themselves. We're down to 3 teams: Kota Kinabalu, BT, and also Borobudur.
Is there back-to-back BOOYAH for Kota Kinabalu on the map 3 on Purgatory right now? Because if we're seeing Kota Kinabalu right now, finding a little bit hard to move to the next circle.
Yeah, Swa is already knocked down. Mr. D, do they have time to get Swa back up? I don't think they do because of the blue zone. And now Corporal J as well, now kind of hiding in that angle as Moba pops his head out. Amy Game is going to be down. Corporal Jono also finds a cheeky kill. Borobudur with 8 kills under the belt. They're going for more. 8 members left. And it seems like this time Borobudur are in a good spot. You can see the grenades, they're actually raining from above. Jin gets shot in the head by Kui 11N. So good response from BT. And Mr. D finds as Mobile. Kui just gets knocked down by Borobudur as Mr. D will get the finisher in. Borobudur still have 3 members left and there is actually no more space to work with. Everyone is trapped. Look at Gil Gaming. Peeks out for a shot, doesn't get it. Mr. D gets knocked out. Kota Kinabalu eliminated in third place. Now it's down to Borobudur and BT and Bentan, who can get this kill. Corporal Jono coming in from the side as Mobile running in, gets the spray down, but doesn't make it through. Borobudur have done it, getting the booyah for map number 3.
Team Borobudur finally. Indonesian team got the booyah for map 3 at Purgatory. And if we see Team Borobudur from the mid game, I'm finding it a bit hard to move to next circle because they're from across the island, from Central Island, and finding it a bit hard to move to Brasilia. But finally, he's got to Brasilia and got the booyah and will 12 kills. There's a plenty of kills for map 3.
Yeah, and with the booyah, that's I think 24 points for Borobudur for this round. So great round for them. You mentioned that they take a while to come online, and your wish is granted. Borobudur finally gets the booyah. This is definitely going to help in terms of their standings. 12 massive kills. You were right. It was very hard to get into the circle, but somehow they were able to win all of those fights and then pick off all of those enemies.
But we can't forget also about Bentan, how suddenly right now Bentan is securing second position on the map 3, and of course with 12 kill point also, it's the same kill point with Borobudur and Bentan, and it's supposed it's a little bit tricky for the standing until map 3 day 2.
Yeah, it definitely is going to take going to make it even trickier. I mean, considering the fact that all these guys, they are now so close to each other in terms of points. I'm just excited to see who is going to get the 4th booyah, because we're going back to the same rotation, right? Back to Bermuda, then in Kalahari, and then in Purgatory again. So far, we're Wat Arun, we're Kota Kinabalu, we're Borobudur. Oh, these teams are so great. Bentham as well, they did a phenomenal job making it into top 2. So this is a very, very, very close game.
Yes, while we're discussing, it's look like we're gonna see highlight from map 3, but we only have 3 map left for today.
Yes, we certainly do. Time flies when you're looking at a great game of Free Fire. Of course, by the end of this, we will find out who is the champion team and also who is the predator. But before that, let us take a look at the highlight. Let's run the reel and see these teams, how they perform this round. It's amazing.
Yes, I'm not seeing most of the match, so I need to see the highlight right now. Right now in Kota Kinabalu, which early fight at Marble Works, not early fight on map 3 at Brasilia right now. It's happening on Marble Works, and HK finding a bit hard to firing.
Yeah, and HK definitely were caught in a very bad spot. They lost 3 guys to Kota Kinabalu, and eventually they got caught out. They did take out 1 member from Mona, so it made Mona's game pretty difficult as well. Kota Kinabalu, even though they didn't get the booyah, they still got 8 to 9 kills, so it was pretty impressive. And this is where the circle starts to get super tricky. All of those teams have to get onto the central mainland, and look at Borobudur. They're stuck on the edge. They swim all the way into the circle, and they were able to win the game.
Yes, I'm not seeing the match, but well, I think it's really a good thing for Team Borobudur that finally Team Indonesia rising up on map 3, and like I said before, we have 3 maps left.
Yep, and there's going to be pretty soon until we find out our eventual winners, but this is going to be the final sequence of this map number 3. You can see that Borobudur were in such a great position. I mean, BT, they actually stood a chance against Borobudur if not for Mr. D from Kota Kinabalu, who was actually killing all members of BT. So it really made it really hard because BT had to fight 2 teams at once. Nonetheless, though, BT put up a phenomenal fight, a very great game for both Borobudur and BT. But ultimately, it was Borobudur who got the booyah.
Yeah, again and again, it's a proof that the high ground will not always win at Free Fire, right? Like we also see at Bermuda first, the lower ground is getting more advantage on the fight.
Absolutely. And I'm actually slightly nervous right now because this is going to be the last time we get to see the standings. So I think
Any
it's time
prediction?
I was about to ask you for your prediction actually.
Okay.
But okay, I'll go first. oh my god. Like I feel like whichever team I go for is going to be. I think. Oh my god. So I think Borobudur or what? I think Borobudur has a great chance.
Okay,
That's my
well,
final answer.
Well, I think Bentan because they finished at second place and they also get plenty of kills. So Bentan maybe at the first position or Kota Kinabalu maybe?
Yeah, I was also thinking, so we're 3 teams, right? Borobudur, Bentan, and Kota Kinabalu. We're gonna lock that in for the rest of the night. But this will be the standing for now. Kinabalu still in the first place with 119 points, followed by Bentan with 115. Wat Arun with 105 in third place. Borobudur in fourth place with 101 points. Monas in fifth place with 92 points. And the final team in the first page is gonna be Wat Po in sixth place with 90 points.
Yes, on the 7th rank, it's still same with Hon Kim and 8th place KLCC finally rising up. And 9th place Redford, 10 Boracay, 11 Intramuros, and 12 it's Taj Mahal. Okay, 3 maps left. Any message for Mr. Kokan maybe?
I don't want to talk to Kokan anymore. I want to talk to Kinabalu. No, I mean for Kokan, all the best. Kokan and Hajiat, they're actually my good friend for Free Fire casting in Malaysia. So I love these guys. But right now, KLCC, they're pretty far away from first place. So I will jump ship. I will change friends. Now I'm friends with Kinabalu instead in first place. So go Kinabalu.
Any prediction for map for day 2 in Bermuda? Because if you think Purgatory, it's so defensive.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's that defensive as well. Although at least from the Malaysia region, teams are more aggressive on Kalahari, so it wasn't really. I'm not too surprised. But this is not just Malaysia, right? It's different teams from different countries. So it's definitely a breath of fresh air that they are so passive on Purgatory. Maybe for next Bermuda, I think Kinabalu can do it just because they had 2 great rounds already.
Okay, so Kinabalu. If my prediction, maybe Team Indonesia will rising up right now on the map 4.
And we'll see if that is going to come true. Because before we go into Bermuda, we're gonna go take a short break, and when we come back, we'll go into Bermuda again for Game 4.
A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Let's go. Send that snow monster back home. Leave his team covered in snow. They the
anaconda, leave him under. The snow eat lead rubber. Big slugger, Mr. Wagger, he can never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop, last spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady. Really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high, you
What is up, survivors? Welcome back to the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia Tournament. 3 more rounds left until we find out who is the strongest team in Asia. My name is Husky alongside Oh Baby. And guess what? We will not see the scoreboard until the end. And I'm very nervous.
But a little bit right now, Kota Kinabalu is still at the first top on the standing, and Bentan is on the second position on the rank. So, with 3 maps left, who's got the BOOYAH on the Bermuda, for Bermuda of BOOYAH Free Fire Asia Tournament?
We
Which
did.
team?
We discussed about that, so we came to a conclusion. It's either Borobudur or Kinabalu. I think the last one was it Bentan. I think it was right.
Or maybe a little bit colorful. Girl Power from Taj Mahal will get the
Okay, why
BOOYAH
not?
in the
So
last
Taj
three
Mahal.
map.
Taj Mahal is gonna get the BOOYAH, okay? I have full faith. So this whole game, we will see if Taj Mahal, they made it to top 6 on Kalahari, if I'm not mistaken, right? They made it pretty far. They even took out Boracay. So I definitely am looking forward to see if they can get the BOOYAH for Bermuda. It would be amazing if they can do so. I think these guys are great player. Redford as well. Both teams from India have really been stepping up their game at the start of today. It's just that they need a bit more to get the BOOYAH, and I'm waiting to see if they can do that.
Yes, but besides for that, I really hope Kota Kinabalu, how they gameplay is success from day 1 until day 2 right now. They finish at first standing. From day 1, they only get the BOOYAH from the last match. But right now, look at Kota Kinabalu play. It's so good for them.
Yeah, it's actually super impressive, right? They got game 1 wasn't really that great. I think Bermuda, they were out in like 9th place. Game 2, they got the BOOYAH. It was between them and KLCC. Game 3, they didn't get the BOOYAH, but they got a lot of kills, so it made up for the points, and that's how they were able to stay in first place despite the BOOYAH going over to Borobudur. So I think Kota Kinabalu, they're doing so well. Again, the experienced players from the team, primarily Mr. D and Swa, these 2 guys have been the superstar of KK.
But I'm still not seeing Bapak Double Factor from Swa Gaming. He's often used the double factor. Hopefully at Bermuda he will use the double factor, so I can call it Bapak Double Factor Malaysia.
Yeah, we also haven't seen him have the showdown with the Bapak shotgun, right? So we are waiting for that 1 versus 1 to happen. But Mr. D and Swa Gaming, these 2 are the duo, very good partners. So I love to see that. But I think for Philippines, Intramuros has been struggling a lot so far. From day 1 to day 2, we haven't seen much of them. So I want to see Intramuros step up their game, because it feels like most of the time when we see them, they were getting taken out by other teams.
Yes, of course. Don't forget to support Philippines with hashtag Lakaseng FPH and hashtag Pinakasalam. And for Malaysia,
Hashtag KLCC win, hashtag KK win, because just about time for us to jump into Bermuda. This is it. Flight path pretty nice. We are going to be on top of Clock Tower, and right off the bat, look at the number of teams dropping. KLCC, they're already out going towards peak. You have Intramuros going towards Pochinok. HK, they're gonna be on at Rimnam Village. Kota Kinabalu dropping at Hangar. Borobudur at Clock Tower. So all these teams, they're actually separating from each other, but I think we see Taj Mahal, they're very near KLCC. Far, we're gonna see Intramuros right off the bat. It's gonna be on our screens right now. They did, in fact, land in Pochinok, so away from Civilization and away from the other teams. And so far, we actually haven't seen them put out the performance that they were looking for. I think Intramuros and Taj Mahal, these are the 2 teams that have been struggling so far. And even though Taj Mahal is still at the bottom of the standings, as at the end of round number 3, at least they were making more aggressive moves. They're making more proactive decisions to take on those fights, to challenge other teams, and also to take over compounds. But for Intramuros, they are still kind of struggling to find their direction in deciding where they want to go and what they should do. So hopefully for Intramuros, they can find a solution to that, because Taj Mahal, they are really stepping up their game. They're turning up the notch, and you really have to give a lot of props over to Bright Fox. I think Bright Fox is now the anchor of the team. She has been doing a wonderful job just getting those snipes. Right now, Taj Mahal, they are running towards Clock Tower. That's where Borobudur, the team that just got the Booyah in Purgatory a few minutes ago, are residing. This is going to be a very tough fight for Taj Mahal. But we'll see if they can work it out. Jin will be the first team that comes under fire. Now, Borobudur will start to mobilize their own squad. But you can see Bright Fox and Cookie, they are already wrapping around Clock Tower. And the grenades getting tossed out as well. Borobudur don't really have an idea where the members of Taj Mahal are. And it seems that Taj Mahal, even though they did shoot Jin for some damage, he was able to regenerate that with the med kit. And the rest of Taj Mahal, they are so spread out. Taj Mahal, they surrounded the Clock Tower. Now it's going to be Borobudur completely trapped. Turn our attention over to Kota Kinabalu. We'll check back Clock Tower in a bit when Taj Mahal starts to fight. Kota Kinabalu so far dropping away from civilization as well, but not running into anyone, as we did see what Arun getting those kills and being able to at least getting a first blood for themselves. Kinabalu still not really challenged at this point of time. So really loving how things are for KK. Have to keep an eye out for Mr. D and Swa for sure. I think these two are the dynamic duo of the team. Of course, Mr. D and Swa having the professional experience, definitely helping them in this area. HK as well, who did drop at Rimnan Village. Now it's going to start spreading out, get the resources, and see if they can take on those early fights. HK in the previous round wasn't able to go that far. I think they had a run-in with KLCC early on, and they got taken out to just Cham being the last man alive. And afterwards, he was eliminated by Monas, but not before taking out one of the members from Monas. So it's definitely a lot of chain reaction coming up from both teams. So HK just skirting the circumference of the safe zone of the circle, just outside of Rindan village. They should be away from all of these fights for a very long time. Meanwhile, BT gonna find themselves in this very populated area of this hangar place. I'm surprised that it's actually not popular and not as populated as I thought it would be. Margaming actually taking a bit of damage, but just have the inhaler to get her health back up. So for HK, they most likely will just skirt around the outside, near the blue zone, near the circle, near the edges, and just see if they can find a good compound to bunk in, or at least to get those resources for themselves and get ready for the final fight. As what Arun at the same time also already taking point, but they are outside Clock Tower, just kind of south of the Bimasaki Strip. This watchtower is going to give them a good view over the Bimasaki Strip and also the Clock Tower, where early on we saw Taj Mahal kind of surrounded with Borobudur in the center. So Clock Tower now is pretty populated, but I am slightly worried for Taj Mahal, because I think if they get caught out right now, there's no one that can revive the members if they get knocked, because they are basically away from one another. So Taj Mahal is playing a very risky strategy by putting their members so far away from each other to take posts. But the plus side is they will have information of the enemy surrounding if they can relay it back properly. But right now, Borobudur, they are under fire from a third party. It's gonna be HK, who just made it. So Honkin, they left Rimnam Village, finally making it to Clock Tower, and now they have Borobudur completely boxed in. Borobudur wanted to avoid Taj Mahal. They were able to do so. Taj Mahal surrounded the upper half, the north half of the Clock Tower. So Borobudur now went south into the crosshair of Hon Kim. So now they're completely trapped. You can see Ma Gaming also relocating himself towards the side, towards the eastern side. And this is going to make life for Borobudur 10 times harder. Now they have to pick the poison. Who do they want to face off against? Is it going to be HK or is it going to be Taj Mahal? Judging by the vicinity of HK, most likely Borobudur will be forced to fight off against HK, and it feels like an unavoidable fight at this point. Corporal Jono will be kind of holding the fences, but you can see that the members of HK are slowly pushing in already. Lukmom is here. It's gonna go a bit too aggressive. Actually gets knocked down. Ma Gaming will be able to down GZ444. KitKat will be able to get the finisher. So far between HK and Borobudur, it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. But HK, they are still slowly pushing in. You can see Ma Gaming already at the door. You can see if they can just get some extra kills on this side. So Borobudur still holding on to this compound. Ma Gaming finally making his move, but see Corporal Jono is hiding outside. Ma Gaming is going for Corporal Jono with a good swing. The bait and switch finally works out. Ma Gaming now on the ground. Corporal Jono trying to look for a second. One jump comes in to provide the backup, but Corporal Jono swings right through, takes him down, and now it's going to be the last level HK man. Can he stand up against Borobudur? The answer is no. Thanks to Corporal Jono with his great bait and switch. With the help of KitKat, they eliminate the aggressors, and HK have officially been knocked out in 11th place. What a play from Borobudur. Circle pretty generous so far. You can see the western side of the map, very populated. We have Intramuros, we have Arun, we have Taj Mahal. Gaming Gao is so far away from the rest of his team. Stormlucky and Bright Fox are barely just north side of Hangar. But yeah, BT coming up from Katalistiwa, Monas following pretty closely behind. Kota Kinabalu kind of surrounded in Clock Tower. It's their turn to be in a very compromised position. Intramuros still playing that very slow game. We'll see how this next circle is going to go towards. It's going to be around Clock Tower. It's going to be pretty congested at this point. High density in terms of population. I mean, Clock Tower, one of the few places on Bermuda that has a lot of strategic points to play around in terms of playing on ground floor and also underground in the tunnels. So, but also it's a very tough spot to hold because there are so many points of entry. So it's definitely very worrying for Kota Kinabalu, who is holding the center. But right now it's going to be Mona taking on BT. Grenade flies out. It's not going to connect so far. Hong Akira though has the sniper in hand. He gets a couple of good shots off. Monas will definitely be feeling the pain. Thankfully, there is mobile on that high ground, taking on Gur. This is going to be battle of the snipers. Whoever holds that whole ground is going to have that advantage. Now fighting BT so far. BT having a lot of angles covered. And look at that. Going in from below. Look at us tagging members of Sada Monas. Thankfully, FDW is also there to provide some assistance. But now Monas are completely boxed in. Thanks to BT. You can see, oh boy, Redford. They are going to be the third party. And they are so surrounded. Redford Gamer Zone. Oh, gotta be careful though. The truck is on fire. He's now gonna be forced out of his vehicle. BT having to fight two teams at once. Kui-in just go straight for the dive. Can he find a kill? No, he is now in enemy territory, surrounded by two members. And it's gonna be needing to patch himself up with blue or Hong Akira to be knocked down thanks to Jan Rich, and it's gonna be AS Moa knocked down by the Biko as well thanks to Redford Gamer Zone. Let's get trade back onto the ground, but so far Redford is causing a lot of problems for BT, indirectly saving Mona's. Kui will be able to get his own kill. Gamer Zone finally goes down, but Redford still kind of has the advantage because see Mania pushing forward. Jan Rich gets the kill. AS Mobile also bleeds out thanks to the roadkill from the vehicle for Redford. And while all of this is happening, look at who is pushing in. It's Monas coming in from the high ground. Redford gotta clean this up as soon as possible because if they don't, Monas will be the one that kills them off. They need to take care of BT. Jan Rich's spike is on fire. Monas F their way pushing forward. Redford finally wipes out Bantan, but now they find themselves in danger with no room to breathe, no time to recover. F their way pushing forward. It's gonna be Mania and Happy PG hiding behind those 2 layers of blue, but F they way already knows that Corporal Jono will find first kill. That's Borobudur, but now we're looking at Monas Mania onto the high ground. F they way is going to continue his assault, runs out the watchtower, turns the corner, goes for the spray with a double vector, but so far Mania still surviving that. They throw the nade up. F they way getting flanked down to 23 health. Can they take him out? Mania does, but Dims will immediately get the exchange as Redford will lose out their member. Jan Rich will be the last man alive, but since his fight got blown up early on, he has very little to work with, hiding on behind the debris of the truck that got blown up just now. Now having to hide behind that ruins as Intramuros Veste getting knocked down. It's going to be between them and what for FMP TV will swing in alongside OJ Gaming. They will eliminate Intramuros. 8 teams left in Bermuda. So we have a very fast-paced action. This F Day Way finds the last member of Redford. Taj Mahal also gets eliminated thanks to Wat Arun. So we have 6 teams left and 23 people remaining alive. Factory is going to be the next destination that Wat Po can consider if they want to head towards for the resources. Blues is going to be closing in 30 seconds. That being said, there is still a lot of room to work with for these 2 teams. Pretty close game as the clock tower still surrounded. It's occupied by Kota Kinabalu. So far, they haven't engaged in much of a fight. Let's see Jin. Oh, he's spotted by Mr. D. Borobudur making their entrance. First team to really siege the clock tower. Kota Kinabalu needing to hold on to this. Borobudur and Kota Kinabalu both have 1 Booyah, but it is more important for Kota Kinabalu to get the win because they are leading in terms of the leaderboard as Mr. D does down Jin, and Mr. D will finish him off. Very decisive and quick kill coming up for Kota Kinabalu. Absolutely loving the performance so far. Borobudur getting stopped in their tracks. And with that, Kota Kinabalu should be able to hold on to Clock Tower for a bit longer. Maybe Ali coming in, just a top Mr. D up. Meanwhile, from the other side, Wat Po, they are slowly to coming into the blue zone. They are going to run into Wat Arun, so this is going to be a fight between them and their compadre from Thailand as well. So far, Wat Po with 4 kills under their belt should be able to make sure because they are closer to the safe zone. Borobudur, thanks to Kota Kinabalu, are down to Mr. D! Oh my goodness, what a nade from afar, and that is going to wipe out Borobudur. They stand no chance at all. Mr. D is the Kobe of his team as Monas will lose ASAP. So that thanks to KLCC. Look at that, they're on the high ground, and he is trapped in this watchtower. Now he is going to be in a heap of trouble. It's gonna be super tough for the teams. Gur really desperately trying to find any shots in, but he's not gonna be able to find it. FMP TV though was able to down a member from Wat Arun from off screen. Monas, they want to fight up the high ground, but it is not going to be easy at all. The advantage that they do have is that KLCC will have to run through them to get into the circle. KLCC, we'll see what the plan is. They are closer to the safe zone, so that is their advantage. The Monas will have to run. KLCC will get a good chance, but Kota Kinabalu, what they are outside thanks to the circle, pushing away from clock. Mr. Kokan is going to be down. Kota Kinabalu now pushing in as Mr. D getting sniped by 7th arm. They gotta pick him out as fast as possible. Swai is also low. They're tanking the blues on Mr. Kokan, rushing in. They need to shut the UAV. Hajia will do the thing as CU will take down OJ Gaming. What for in a Hippo trial. Hajia getting 3 shots onto Arun, but now they will also have to move the circle. Going to be out in the middle. KLCC, they will be the first team to make it into the center. We have 5 teams left, 17 members left alive. This is going to be incredibly close. Even half the freeway, and that's where Watpo is on right now. Jasmine Niza just got knocked down. Next to Afi, 17 arm now fighting against the members of Watpo, but they are going to be knocked down thanks to Wat Arun no longer in the game. You can see Kota Kinabalu now going for the flank. FMPTV, he has to make a move, puts on the glue wall. RIP with a grenade launcher in hand. Can he use it in time? Can he fire off any grenades? No! RIP is going to be brought down as well as Kota Kinabalu now goes for the final push. FMPTV pulls out the side, wants to go for the finisher. Can he get some? Yes, there's 2 members of Kota Kinabalu on the ground, so he should be able to get 2 finishes at least. Kota Kinabalu not able to kind of come in for the backup, but they got to run first. The grenades are coming in. FMPTV gets tagged. Mr. D takes out RIP, but FMPTV, can he survive long enough? Pulls out the medkit, tanking the blue zone. You can see Mr. D official is going to be running away. Puts out the blue wall. He's going to try and fight. Mr. D official takes down FMPTV. As Kota Kinabalu still stays alive. Meanwhile, Monas FD Way is going to be knocked down onto the ground. Dennis with a nade onto the far end. Mr. D with 4 kills. Mr. Kokan and Hajia from the high ground. Mr. D is going to go down. Amy with the backstab takes down Monas. Kota Kinabalu and KLCC is still in the game. It seems like the 2 Malaysian teams are still alive. Mr. Kokan takes on Amy, and Kota Kinabalu gets eliminated by KLCC. We are down to now Arun and KLCC. Hajiyat on the high ground. He does see the 2 remaining members from Arun in that watchtower. It's going to be Ajas as well. Mr. Kokan, Papo, everyone from the side of KLCC still alive. They're going to bomb rush the watchtower, and Team KLCC will be able to get the booyah. Arun is out, and KLCC stamps their foot on round number 4. Both Malaysian teams finally getting the booyah for the day, but oh my goodness, what an intense match on Bermuda. KLCC with a flawless performance by the end of round number 1. Absolutely loving the performance. Absolutely loving what we saw. I mean, this is definitely the best performance that we have seen from KLCC so far in round number 2 when Kota Kinabalu got the booyah. KLCC came in second. Right now, they were finally able to overcome Kota Kinabalu and also earn the booyah for themselves. So this and a great showing from both teams. This is definitely gonna put Kota Kinabalu still in the first place just based off of the performance, but KLCC might have done enough to push them into top 6. So I am definitely looking forward to that. But of course, we will not find out, at least for now, because for the last 3 rounds, we will not be showing any standings. That is going to be the factor of the element of suspense. So all of you will have to just keep guessing. But from my speculations, I think Kota Kinabalu is still at the top. Maybe Arun is going to be following behind. KLCC moving up the rankings for sure, but for still also in contention. Borobudur, though, not the round that they were looking for. Wanting to take over Clock Tower, but ends up running into the firing range set up by Kota Kinabalu, and eventually Mr. D single-handedly destroyed Borobudur outside of Clock Tower. So that stellar performance as well from the team. And I want to see how this is going to turn out, because after this we only have 2 rounds left. 1 in Kalahari, 1 in Purgatory, and we're getting closer and closer towards the end. Of course, for those who are not aware of this, other than crowning the best team in Asia for the BOOYAH X35 tournament, we also are crowning the Predator, the player with the most kill. Of course, before all of that, let's take a look at the highlight reel for game number 4 on Bermuda. This was definitely a very interesting one, as early on we saw HK wanted to go on a super aggressive move. They ended up getting punished by Borobudur very early on, thanks to Corporal Jono with the bait and switch. With the help of KitKat, they were able to knock out HK by baiting them into overextending. Redford as well coming into challenge, really making life super hard for BT, and they knocked out BT. Monas took advantage of that and took out Redford for some bonus points. So that's definitely kind of like the third party working out for the side of Monas. Did take them a while, but they were able to make it with just great decision making, and a bit unfortunate for BT because Redford messed up the plans, saved Monas, and Monas was the one who got the kill. Now Kota Kinabalu, this is where we saw Borobudur desperately trying to find some cover, but Mr. D with amazing spray control was able to knock out Jin, kill him off, and eventually finish it off with a 2-3-man nade. Of course, KLCC having great position from the get-go, making life for what was so hard. They are kind of stuck in a bad spot, but surprisingly, I mean, with that being said, what will still survive for pretty long. What Arun as well, especially when they were trapped in the watchtower for the longest of times, they were still able to stay alive until the very end. So at least they walk away with 9 placement points. FMP TV was able to at least get 2 members of the side of Kota Kinabalu down, but unfortunately Mr. D again coming in with the clutch, and after he went down, it was Amy who kept the team alive for a bit longer. So definitely loving what we saw. Of course, after that, Mr. Kokan swung around, took out Amy, and eventually the whole squad from KLCC swarmed the watchtower and took out Wat Arun for the BOOYAH. So that is the state of the game that we are at right now for the tournament. This again is the last day for the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament. We only have 2 more rounds left. Super excited to see who is going to be the best team, who is going to be the Apex Predator, the one with the most kills. And so far, there's no concrete answer yet, but from speculations alone, based on Kota Kinabalu's experience, they should be they should be still in the first place. But KLC stepping it up, they definitely will make a difference. We will take a short break and we'll be back for round number 5 in Kalahari.
Music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire.
AB liners with 2 members remaining. This is going to be chaotic right now. Oh my God, eto na nga po. The Annihilation Massacre. Pinadouble back ng mag-goal ang corner mag-Rory. Naku po, pinasok. Oh my God, the one-man. Party! Ang galing naman ng back-up yun, pero naiibig siya. Bloody Heads is now relevant again!
What is up, survivors? This is the BOOYAH X Free Fire
Hello.
Asia tournament. Welcome back. You're back. Yay! We have 2 more rounds left. And before we find out the grand champions, and of course, where are my manners? My name is Husky alongside Oh Baby for the final 2 rounds. We're going to Kalahari next, and KLCC just got their BOOYAH.
Yes, finally, it's good to see you again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed a lot of fight, of course, from the map 4, right? But I seen a bit on the stream that KLCC has their BOOYAH on the map 4. And it's really a good thing for KLCC right now.
Yeah, and judging by their standings, the BOOYAH definitely is going to push them up a bit. We also saw Mr. D from Kota Kinabalu with a amazing 1v4 performance against Borobudur around Clock Tower. Grenade, awesome performance from Kinabalu. So
how Teams Indonesia going?
So far, not as good as what we wanted. In fact, our predictions are wrong. We predicted Kota Kinabalu to get the BOOYAH, but it was KLCC who got the BOOYAH. And again, 2 Malaysian teams surviving until the end. What else can I ask for? But going to Kalahari, it was Kota Kinabalu who got the BOOYAH just now.
Yes.
So, do you think they can get it again?
Well, to maintain the position on the standing before, like we also see after the map 3, it has BOOYAH for Kota Kinabalu. It has to be BOOYAH for Kota Kinabalu.
Yeah, and if they get this BOOYAH, I think they are in a very prime position to actually win the whole thing. So we will see if that is going to be happening, because we are kind of nearing the end of the day. And I'm super excited, So let's see what the result is going to be. We're going to fly straight into Kalahari for match number 5.
Yes, this is match number 5 of day 2 from BOOYAH Free Fire Asia tournament. But look like it has to be no early fight at all at map 5 on Kalahari, because if you see right now, all the team has their comfort zone in each team. Even if we look at Watfo right now, they're securing Santa Catarina, and Team BT has securing the confinement, and maybe we got early fight at common post area.
We have I was about to say HK and Monas are in the same area, and I believe Wat Arun and Kota Kinabalu are also in the same area, so we have some early fights. But seems like HK, they are decimating Monas. Already 3 kills. FDWay just went down, so unfortunately for Monas, they are only down to just 1 member at command post. It's definitely not a good start for Monas, not able to do anything, so have to run away. HK getting 3 early kills.
Yes, 3 early kills is good thing really for HK, which if we're gonna talking about HK, this is a really good gameplay for day 2. It's a huge difference from day 1, which not quite perform well from day 1 from Team HK.
Yeah, and right now they definitely are stepping up a bit, but I want to get your thoughts. What do you think is happening to Monas? Because Monas is really struggling in this game too.
Yes, of course. But right now, until the discussion, we have Kota Kinabalu, who is open firing and already get 1 kill point right now. It's really good thing. Like we said before, Kota Kinabalu has to get the BOOYAH on the map 5.
Yeah, and you can see that they've already gotten 1 kill. And they were dropped in the same area as Wat Arun. They got the kill, and Wat Arun, they run away, and another one of their members got knocked down. So very unlucky for Wat Arun. But for Kota Kinabalu, they're not gonna take control of the entirety of Mammoth, so they will be able to get that resources and again top themselves back up, get those medkits.
To answer your question about Team Monas, I'm not saying that Team Monas has a good position like a day 1 before. So maybe it's just a bad positioning for today, for day 2, for Team Monas.
It definitely feels like so, but do you think that the other teams are also more barbar, so they kind of were able to take down Monas?
If we got a difference from day 2 right now, it's more barbar gameplay for the other team than day 1. Day 1 is more defensive.
Yeah, it feels so, right? I think day 1 we also can agree that Monas played a fantastic game, but now, I mean, all the other teams are really challenging them. We're looking at Taj Mahal. Round 4, they were not able to do too much. But I'm still hoping for Taj Mahal to get that booyah. I want to see Taj Mahal get a booyah.
Yep.
Intramuros might get challenged because Red Fort is right behind him.
Yes, because at Kalahari before on the map 2.
Yeah, and we see Intramuros. Oh, Vesta is already down, thanks to the members from what Po FMPTV taking the kill. So Intramuros not really able to do too much. So that what Po on that high ground is going to now run straight into Intramuros, and they're all running away. But I'm not sure how far they can get.
Yes, Husky, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I definitely am hearing you and hear
Okay.
loud and clear. And
Okay, right now.
yeah, we're gonna see Wapo going in for the push. Intramuros losing their 3rd member, and Justin Niza will be the one to take that kill. Triple kill for FMPTV, and seems like HK. Oh, they show up. Gaming getting spotted, and Wapo, they are going aggressive. They are going for more kills.
Yes, if we're looking right now at Watfo, they always rising up at Kalahari. Maybe this is their favorite map, of course. Look at 3 kills on early right now with 12 team and of course 39 players who's alive.
And this is definitely a very fast game. I mean, we are only, you can say, right, 5 minutes in. We are down to 39 players. Some teams only have 1 guy left because the HK playing that long range fight. Want to take out FMPTV. He does have the glue wall to keep himself alive. So Watpo, they actually are in slightly better position with that high ground. HK have to be a bit careful.
Yes, with Trickle also, who has
3, and yeah, Ma Gaming just completely kind of taking over the game, at least for now. With 2 kills to boot, HK kind of disengaging temporarily, but Chum does find FMPTV on that high ground. So now Watpo, they are not really in the best possible position. Especially with Chum finding that kill, Watpo might need to disengage from this. And HK finding 4th kill. Their 4th kill. Tough place for Watpo to be in, and I think Chum is gonna be able to find more. But so far, they just settled for those 4 kills. Whereas for Watpo, unfortunately, they will just have to lick their wounds, try to get to safety as soon as possible. Yeah, and HK will continue to push on forward.
yes,
So far uncontested.
Husky.
Yep, and HK
Yes,
just got
I'm
they just
back.
got 4 kills.
Finally, but right now
Yeah,
we're
you're
gonna
back.
see
You're back just in
team
time. Yeah,
Yes,
just in
team
time
fight
for
on Team Red
Kinabalu.
Fort.
Wow, Swa Gaming with 3 kills in a row. Guy 1
Wow.
versus 3. Red Fort Mania, and gets in his car, drives to safety. He wants to get away from Kinabalu because Kinabalu is too strong. Oh, he's driving towards Swa. I'm not sure if this is the right move. Gonna drop Time Turner, get the med kit online. It's Kinabalu.
Yes,
They are fully aware of where he is.
right now Mania is trying to push into Sua Gaming with double factor. Is that double factor will beat the Bapak double factor of Malaysia right now?
And he does take out Swa, and no one is nearby actually from Kinabalu. So yeah, he's gonna dance on him. He's gonna do a performance for him for now. Yes, yeah, take his time.
Okay,
It's
but
a
right now this is the
Bad position. Oh, thankfully for Mania, he was able to take out Swa. I mean, that was a very aggressive move to just push in like that. Thankfully, they were able to eliminate, at least take 1 kill for themselves. So, let's see where the circle is gonna head towards. Let's go straight towards Santa Catarina. Pretty much still unoccupied for the most part. Man post. That's where Kota Kinabalu is gonna hang around. Did lose Swap was very much stranded from the team. see HK with 5 kills so far. Hong Akira actually getting taken down thanks to the blue zone. So HK so far still pretty safe in the blue zone, so plenty resources to work it with. Even get a couple of purchases. They even found a supply crate nearby, so this is super great for HK. I'm gonna have so much resources. Little Charm only has 1 medkit, but again, 3 blue walls to work with. Pretty sufficient to at least survive into the later stages of the game. Kota Kinabalu, they did lose Swa early on. Now they're gonna return to where Mania is and attempt to at least finish him off and get revenge for his team. We'll see if he can pull it off. Amy will have his crosshairs aim at the watchtower. So if Mania ever pops his head up, that is gonna be the end for him.
Okay, but right now
Take a while.
it's really good thing for Kota Kinabalu with 5 kills.
Yeah, it's great. In fact, Kota Kinabalu, they're gonna run through Mania. Gonna try and finish him off.
It looks like
Be
our
able to get him.
prediction
Oh!
it may be right.
Yeah, and Mr. D steps on a landmine. Oh, now he's down. Thankfully, they were able to get him back up. Mania apparently Mania is already down. So, Bright Fox on the other hand, found by KLCC. Hajiyat will find himself killed.
Okay, but right now Hajat is still on the under building of Revenery, and it's still Revenery is out of circle.
And now they have to slowly run in. In fact, the circle kind of is surrounding Santa Catarina. We'll see if KLCC will make the move. Should be pretty soon. But yeah, they're gonna find another member of Taj Mahal. This time it's gonna be Slumber Q. It's most likely going to bleed out. No one from Taj Mahal is nearby to save her.
Yes, but right now Mr. Cho-chan will try to find the other members of.
But yeah, we'll see if they can do so. KLCC will tank a bit blue zone, but it's just blue zone number 2, so this should be a very easy kill for Mr. Kokan. Point number 2 for KLCC. The HK so far still not engaging in any conflict just yet. Pretty comfortable near Santa Catarina for all those resources. Again, with the supply crate nearby, they should be more than ready to get into the final phases of this game. Borobudur now showing up. Gonna run straight into Boracay. Borobudur gonna get first kill. Meanwhile, for the side of Taj Mahal, they're gonna escape KLCC, but right into Kota Kinabalu. Flashbang on the back line. Kit Kat now gonna try and wrap around the corner. The blue wall. Corporal Jono will be able to take out Payaso FF as Corporal Jono finds the kill. Now Borobudur slowly pushing the envelope. Audio Gaming taking down members from Boracay as well. As Boracay gets trapped between 2 different squads and promptly executed, they will be eliminated. As Papo, he's also going to be found out. KLCC now under fire. As this for Borobudur, they make a quick pit stop and restock himself. As HK so far still uncontested. In fact, feels like they themselves are a couple of victims across the lands. We look more in Borobudur far, who just came in and took a couple of members from Boracay. So HK catching wind of that.
Okay, right now HK is trying to open fire to Team BT with 19 and 24 players who is alive, but we're seeing close combat right now with KLCC with 2 members. 1 member has already knocked down right now.
Actually, Ajas, Mr. Kokan needs to bring him back up, but he needs to go through his enemies. Just first, we have 2 fights happening simultaneously. Taj Mahal is going to be the one that loses out. So KLCC still stays in this game, but unfortunately, they won't be able to save Ajas. So Ajas will be sacrificed. KLCC down to 2 members as HK will continue to pelt the opponents from Borobudur with bullets from long range.
Yes, but right now when we're talking about the component who has a Team HK, but they're surrounded by all the team right now. KLCC, Monas, Borobudur, and of course, Team DT.
Yeah, and this is going to be pretty hectic, considering that there are so many teams right now. As again, you can see Koi goes in, takes out Jasmine Ninja, as now 1-4 is going to be under fire. Meanwhile, HK, they are still in the circle. Borobudur slowly creeping forward. KLCC have been eliminated by Kota Kinabalu. Their friends from Malaysia taking them out, as we're down to just 5 teams. HK still holding strong in this building. They know Borobudur is opposite of that freeway. The tossing grenades, trying to flush out Borobudur.
Yeah, right now we're looking. Team HK is trying to getting out from their building, but Duck Mom getting hit by Team Borobudur. It's very spicy hit from Borobudur.
And Mr. D, meanwhile, taking down members from BT as Kota Kinabalu. To get into the circle, they need to get through BT. It's gonna be a level 4 best as well. You can see the grenade launcher coming out. They have the flashbang. Mr. D with the good one onto the members on a separate team. I believe that is Wat Arun. So Mr. D getting 2 kills at once. Wat Arun has been knocked out. And look at Kota Kinabalu, Obe. 12 kills.
Yeah, it's really quite beautiful grenade launcher from Mr. D.
And now
It's
with
really
the 12
good
kills,
gameplay.
they've
Yes.
already gotten same points as BOOYAH. They don't even need to win the round to get the BOOYAH points, but Kota Kinabalu now, they're going to slowly push in. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it's going to be very messy. Kota Kinabalu continues to rack out the kills. 14 kills for Kota Kinabalu up so far. Mr. D with a quadra kill. 4 teams left alive. We're looking at Borobudur. So far, it's going to be Corporal Jono hiding behind the building. Bantan has been knocked out. Kota Kinabalu, look at this. 15 kills. 3
15
members
kills.
alive. So 15 blue also Mr. D grenade launcher coming through, gonna start flushing out the areas. They still have 1 member on the side of HK that they need to be careful, and that's gonna be Ma Gaming. Ma Gaming now running across into the building, wanted to catch Corporal Jono, drops the glue wall. Corporal Jono trying to stay safe. Ma Gaming now kind of trapped outside, blue zone closing in. He really needs to get into the house, and Ma Gaming is gonna go for the push, but he has the shotgun in hand. Take down Corporal Jono. Oh, GZ444 is gonna turn the corner. Home Game is down. Mr. D with the grenade launcher finds the last member of Borobudur, and we have it. Kota Kinabalu with the second BOOYAH of the day. 17 insane kills from these guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. It's really a good thing for Kota Kinabalu, like we said before. Finally, our prediction is right. Kota Kinabalu has got their BOOYAH on the match 6, and it will be maintain their position on the standing.
100%. Even though we might not see the standings, but we can be sure that Kota Kinabalu is going to be at the top. With what a round! I mean, they are fired up.
Well, if Kota Kinabalu were playing like this, it looked like game 6 maybe they can AFK.
Yeah, I
This
kind
doesn't
of
have to play for
so,
last
right?
game.
Yeah, they
Yes.
play so well. I honestly think that they might have the leeway to not play at all. But knowing the members of Kota Kinabalu, they want to get as much points as they can, and who can blame them? They are doing so well. And I mean, Mr. D, he has been phenomenal. What an amazing player.
I want to say, if we also know Sua Gaming as a Bapak Double Factor from Malaysia with grenade launcher that Mr. D has, it maybe we can call it Mr. D as a Bapak Launcher Malaysia.
I definitely agree with that. I will make sure that next time we see Mr. D, he's gonna be identified as the Papa launcher throughout Malaysia. I will spread the message out. I will spread this out to Malaysia. So guys, Mr. D is our new Papa launcher. Do remember that name. But right now, which team you think has the best chance to catch up to Kinabalu?
Well, if we're looking at the play at map 5 on Kalahari, maybe I go for Team Borobudur.
Borobudur.
Team Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, 2 rounds in a row, we saw Bermuda and Kalahari. It was Kinabalu who took out Borobudur 2 rounds in a row. So I think Borobudur is not happy with that. They are definitely going to come into the last round, with the intention of wanting to take out Kinabalu the second they get the chance. let's take a look at the highlights. Watpo off to a pretty good start, but HK also had a great round, able to survive until top 3.
Yes, and this is the moment that Bapak Double Factor gotten beat by Double Factor by Team RF, right?
Yeah, by Redford, by Mania from Redford. He was a bit too far away from his team, and I mean Mania, he went in, he rushed Suwa, won the challenge, but ultimately the rest of Kota Kinabalu came and finished him off.
Yeah, but look at that moment. Even has to lose Suwa gaming on early, but Kota Kinabalu is still have to get the BOOYAH on the map 5, and we seeing Borobudur right now on the team fight with Team HK, Team PH.
Yeah, and we see Borobudur playing the long fight, able to take out Boracay, but they were being shot from afar by multiple teams that they had to run into KLCC. HK was constantly shooting them. BT was also kind of in the area as well. It was a very hard round for Borobudur because look at this. They need to fight HK, and the moment they ran out, BT also fought them, and after that, Kota Kinabalu joined in. So Borobudur, they really put a good fight. In fact, HK even pushed them and was able to kill some of their members.
I really like how Kota Kinabalu have their decisions to patiently waiting and objective gameplay to get the BOOYAH on the map 5.
Yeah, and the patience definitely played off. They played it step by step. They, instead of running towards the safe zone, they slowly crept forward and they took out the enemies one by one. And of course, Mr. D, with that grenade launcher, was able to close out the round in a stylish fashion. So, one more round to go on Purgatory.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to get the last BOOYAH?
Well, I think if Kota Kinabalu has got the BOOYAH for map 5, for the last map, I'd go for Team Taj Mahal. Hashtag girl power.
Yes, one more round for Taj Mahal. I am on that train with you as well, oh babe. So we're gonna go for a short break, and when we come back, it's the final round on Purgatory. Let's see if Taj Mahal can get that BOOYAH. We'll be right back.
A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Mr. Wagger flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady, really heavy. Sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me. A penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high, you.
Welcome back, survivors, to the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament. We are one round away from crowning our grand champions, and so far Kota Kinabalu has been showing an amazing performance on day number 2. My name is Husky, and I'm joined by Oh Baby to bring you guys the final round of Purgatory on Free Fire.
Yes, of course. With the map 5, Kota Kinabalu has their BOOYAH, and with 17 kills, so it will maintain their position on the first rank on the scene. Any prediction with Team Taj Mahal, who has got BOOYAH for the last match?
I want them to get the BOOYAH. That's it. My prediction is Taj Mahal all the way. So I'm gonna support them until they get the BOOYAH. I think Kota Kinabalu has done enough. They are doing way too good. It's time for them to, you know, maybe like you say, AFK a while, let Taj Mahal get a couple more points. We did see Taj Mahal step up, you know, across the day. So maybe this is the chance. Maybe they are going to close out the tournament with their own win.
Yes, besides I want Team Taj Mahal who get the BOOYAH from the last match. I want also Team Kota Kinabalu maybe doesn't have enough 3 BOOYAH. He need 4 BOOYAH for the last match.
Yeah, they already got the 3 BOOYAHs across both days. But, you know, if they can get 3 BOOYAHs in a single day, that is going to be a great achievement. The triple crown for the team. But based off of what we've seen from Kota Kinabalu, I definitely have no doubts that they can pull it off. It's just a matter of, let's see, it's just a matter of will they do it at this point. But, you know, Indonesia, Popo, Monas, and Borobudur, they definitely need to step up a bit. It has been a slower day for them, but still one more chance on Purgatory. We're gonna hop right in and see who is going to be the eventual winner of this tournament.
Okay, right now we're going to jump to Purgatory, and Team HK has securing their comfort zone at Mod House, and we're looking also at Team BT. Will jumping around to Crossroad, and right now Team TM will securing their area around fields.
Man, last time we talked about this map, we expect teams to drop in Brasilia and just start fighting. But unfortunately, you know, the first Purgatory map, there was only one team. Now we get 2 teams. Now we get Borobudur and KLCC, both at Brasilia. HK will take over the Moat House. So we'll see how this is going to turn out. Meanwhile, what Arun and Monas both drop at Central. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade so far, as what Arun will find the first kill. Is that Monas trying to run in the time turner, but still gets knocked down. Bossa Gamer doing a lot of work for his team. It's going to be 1 kill for what Arun, but 17 Arm is also on the ground. Can what Arun get more? Can Bossa Gamer get more kills? Yes, takes out Gur. This guy is 1v4ing the entirety of Monas, as what Arun finds 3 kills. Monas is only down to Dims. He's gonna run up onto the roof. CU will see Dims, and now he's completely trapped in the building. And what Arun, they want to go in for the final push. CU will try to chase Dims away. They will be able to do so. Dims runs out as on the other side, What Po takes out Intramuros.
Okay, but right now we're seeing Team Water finding a bit hard, which CU doesn't have any medkit at all, and gonna have a close fight with Team Monas, that Team Monas always.
And just Dims trying to outrun his 2 assailants from what Arun is constantly just moving in and out of this building. What Arun, they are really trying to track him down. You don't really want to let the prey slip away. That's 4 points for what Arun, a full 4 points if they can find him. Oh, and they do. Coming into the building, Boss Gamer and CU will find the last survivor of Monas. So Monas knocked out into the lobby, joining Intramuros. That's going to be the end of their run. Least for, and this is going to be the end of their run for the tournament. Just unfortunate circumstances. Monas dropping in the same spot as what Arun and not able to win the challenge. Boss Gamer doing so much work on that rooftop, catching the members of Monas off guard as Red Fort crash into container near factory, running over Watpo. They are really trying to chase FMPTV down, and FMPTV is gonna get run over. He is, he's in no man's land. FMPTV is definitely gonna be the first member to get eliminated by Red Fort. At least on the side of his team, he will be the sacrifice. The rest of Watpo, they are nearby, and seems like they want to get some revenge on behalf of FMPTV. Put a couple of shots into the members of RF, tagging Mania first, but so far seems like they haven't been pushing in the set. Happy PG will be holding this very wide angle. He does see Ojo Gaming already, so
Okay.
a lot of information.
It's like two team has been back to lobby right now. Which team has been back to lobby?
Well, we have Monas, we have Incaluros. Those two are already back. Now we might get the third team because Mania is under fire. It's just Miniza and RIP. Mania getting sprayed down by the SM, by the Uzi. As Ojo Gaming actually finds Gamer Zone as well. So two members from the side of RF getting ripped down to the ground. RIP will be able to find a second kill for himself. It's going to be just Miniza taking on Happy PG. But Happy PG with a time turner will protect himself and keep things within control. Ojo now in a 1 versus 1 with those nades. Gonna try and take down Happy PG. And Happy PG actually, he gets knocked down, but was able to take out Ojo Gaming. So Red Fort will stay alive.
Yes, it's so sadly for Watfo after they securing 6 kills. But right now, Team Watfo has been back to lobby on the 10th position. But right now, we're going to see Team Ben Tan will dealing with Team Borobudur from Indonesia, which as mobile. Like we also know, the professional streamer on Team BT has knocked down but already get reviving right now.
Yeah, and thankfully they were able to get S Mobile back up across. And now going to be facing off against Borobudur from the low ground. See if that is going to work out for them. But BT has to be careful because HK is firing at the BT. Will get a trade onto SK, but HK. But once they do that, Borobudur will shoot them instead. It's a 3-way fight.
Yes, 3-way fight with HK team and Team BT on the nice building at the center of the fight, and of course Team Borobudur at the lower ground area. But right now it looks like Duck Mom cannot get the revive from Cham and has already back to lobby.
And with that, HK that kind of spread out. Yeah, Maman on this high ground. Both Chum and Ma Gaming will be the one that is kind of pushing the enemies. They have to be really careful though, because this is a very open position. You see BT, they are under fire. Ma Gaming, he's ready in front of the house. Just have the nade to flush out the second floor, but for BT, they've already abandoned the area. So Ma Gaming just have to slow down and gather some information where BT is.
Okay, they're losing their number because right now it's 2 versus 4. Like before, it's 3 versus 4, but right now will look like my gaming is going to revive the other.
Yep, and with that, HK will be caught out in the open by Ma Gaming, and Mine taken down by the members of BT. Hong Akira doing the work, and again, very risky for HK to be playing so far away from each other. Because of that, they have been severely punished by the members of BT. My mom will have to play that survival game. He wants to get the extra points for his team. BT though, will be staying alive, at least for now. Able to keep himself, at least his team in the game, in the running. See Kota Kinabalu in the campsite, able to so far avoid conflict. But for Kota Kinabalu, it's less about the kills and more about the placements, because they are mathematically in a very comfortable position. So there's no need for Kota Kinabalu to take any major risk. In fact, the circle actually favors Kota Kinabalu, at least for now. So I definitely expect them to be hovering around campsite and just kind of wait out the storm.
Yes,
Until
Husky,
less
I'm back to
people
the
left alive.
game.
And just in time for Borobudur to take on KLCC. Corporal Jono will be the first one to go in. Jin actually fights Mr. Kokan. Mr. Kokan, he's gonna go down. KLCC, not sure if they want to fight this, but they are trapped.
Okay. But right now we're seeing Jin as a Bapak jump shoot Indonesia. It's not. Oh, he's wearing his shotgun right now and trying to healing first before they continue the fight.
Yeah, but while he's doing that, Corporal Jono just got knocked down by Hajiat. As KLCC, they do have this building pseudo surrounded. They have Hajiat and Papa kind of playing from the other side. You can see Jin will try to find them with the grenade, but it's not able to do much. KLCC continues to stay around this area to kind of hold back Borobudur.
Yes, if we're looking at Borobudur right now, I think they may be pulling back. Will avoid the fight for Team KLCC.
Yeah, KLCC, they are just chilling as Taj Mahal is going to be challenged by Red Fort. Slumber kill gets knocked down instantly. Feels like Taj Mahal didn't really have a chance to tally, but Mr. Cookie 18 can make a difference. They got the glue on, it's still up doorway. Should be able to get his her buddy back up as Cookie 18 is going to go in and go for the rest. Meanwhile, Gaming Gal will try to provide backup, but the members of Red Fort are already in the house. They got to make it quick. Slumber kill. Gus got back up, but Cookie 18 will be knocked down and finished off as well. So Taj Mahal will lose 2 members to Red Fort.
Yes, it was aggressive for Purgatory on the last match because right now it's only 9 left and 24 player alive.
And at the same time, it's getting closer and closer. I mean, Red Fort now getting rushed by BT. Jandrish will be revived by Happy PG, but the rest of BT are slowly coming in. Good snipe from Happy PG, but Hong Akira will trade it out. The glue wall does come in from Ryan Jish, but BT, they are already rushing into the building. Ryan Jish does get the rest back up in time. They do have a window to work with. They'll put up the glue wall. Now they're kind of trapped. BT has the building surrounded.
Yes, but if we're talking about BT right now, they're trying to push into RF Band. Red Fort has going back to lobby on a 9 position.
Yep, and Red Fort unfortunately knocked out BT with 5 kills under the belt so far. Continues their run in the game. We haven't seen much of Kota Kinabalu actually.
Yes, I'm not seeing either. Where is Kota Kinabalu right now?
Last I saw, they were at campsite. They were just playing for placement points. But we saw Taj Mahal still alive. Bright Fox with a good snipe onto Kui. But they do bring him back up. So no kills for Taj Mahal just yet. And from the early fight, they did lose 2 members to Red Fort. So it's not going to be easy. And as I say that, Wat Arun and HK will eliminate the remnants of Taj Mahal. Wat Arun now turn their attention over to Boracay.
Yes, and right now Wat Arun has 2 members left, Kutser Gamer and CU. But they got 4 kills and they got 7 positions, so it's good thing for Wat Arun.
And you see Bossa Gamer getting, as he sees the hit of Twinkle. But Boracay, they are hiding on the low ground. They're also guarding the zip line. Unfortunately for Wat Arun, it's very hard for them to get into the circle unless they get past Boracay. You see that they are running as far away as possible. Boracay will have an easy entrance into the circle just by swimming. Whereas for Wat Arun, they are kind of trapped at Lumbermill.
Yes, and all the other team has been split. We look like at BT is still on the top of Brasilia, and then Borobudur has securing their center of Purgatory for the next circle, and we look like at Kota Kinabalu has finding themselves more comfortable on this on their last match.
Let's see where the circle is going to be in favor of Borobudur. But this time, Borobudur will not need to move. Kota Kinabalu will have to run into them as Wat Arun takes the long way across the bridge. They will also be making it into the circle. Boracay just made it. Wat Arun finding a car. Best case scenario for them. It will allow them to easily get into the safe zone.
Yes, right now Guster Gamer and CU is trying to move into the next circle, which right now still 7 teams and 20 player alive.
And that's good. There's a lot of people. Again, this is the third phase. Fourth phase will begin in 30 seconds. As you can see, Kota Kinabalu already making their moves, inching slowly towards into the safe zone. KLCC
Yeah.
is nearby. Might just drive
Ooh.
into Borobudur.
Maybe it will be a close fight between Borobudur and Kota Kinabalu. That's it. Swimming already opened up his fire right now.
Oh, good nade from Jin, taking out Swag Gaming. He is going to be eliminated. So the rest of Kota Kinabalu will now try to fight Borobudur, but it's very hard. Borobudur on the high ground as Amy is gonna get pushed, but GZ444 from on top is gonna come down and take out Amy game. Mr. D with a good nade onto KitKat, but Kota Kinabalu needs to get more kills. Afi is slowly pushing in, needs to win the gunfight, and no, he loses out against Jin. So Mr. D is the last man alive for Kota Kinabalu, and he is not going to take this fight. Finally, Borobudur was able to stop Kota Kinabalu.
Yes, only Mr. D has a Bapak Grenade Launcher Malaysia left from Kota Kinabalu right now. And this is a Bapak Jumpsuit Indonesia who has triple kill from the fight between Kota Kinabalu. But if we look at drone view, there is Team BT that in on the area. But right now we're going to see KLCC will dealing with Team Boracay.
And Hajiat, he's gonna go for the push. And meanwhile, Papo, Ajas also joins in. They did lose Mr. Kokan early on, so they only have 3 members to work with, but it seems that they're going for the kill. You can see Twinkle, he's propping up the nade. Double nade flying across, flying over Hajiat. He's gonna come over the boulder, goes for a knock, puts up the Guru wall, and the rest of KLCC comes in to back him up. KLCC was able to win the fight against Arun and CU. He is running as far away as he can. The nade, I believe, from Boracay still knocks out Hajiat, but should be able to bring it back up.
Well, if I'll hear from you, so Kota Kinabalu has only 1 member left, and KLCC right now. Or maybe this is the second BOOYAH for Team KLCC in their last match.
Yeah, it could be it. As KLCC surviving with both Papo and Ajas. You see, Mr. D will be the survivor for Kota Kinabalu. CU does take out the members of Kota Kinabalu as Marma HK using the grenade launcher to take out Kota Kinabalu himself. Triple kill for Mantwan from HK. Now it's going to be Arun. CU kind of got a bit of a med kit to heal himself back up, but Borobudur is here to push the envelope. 1 more nade, a flashbang. Blind CU. Just steals the kill away.
Okay, right now we have only 3 teams left with 7 players alive, and this is the second BOOYAH for KLCC, or maybe this is a 3rd or 4th BOOYAH for Team Borobudur. Look at kill point who has in Borobudur. It's 7 kill point in Team Borobudur right now.
Yeah, and you can see that they are now going to rush the 2 members of KLCC. Can KLCC survive this? It's going to be Ajas and Papo. GZ444 is going to go in first. Ajas comes in for the swing, drops the glue wall, 2 versus 1. Ajas actually takes out KitKat with the shotgun. Okay, GZ444 pushes in, takes out Ajas and KLCC. They have been eliminated. So it is now down to Mantwan. 1 versus 4 against Borobudur. Corporal Jono already saw him behind 3. This is going to be a super tough fight. Not sure if HK can pull this off, but Borobudur, they will end it, and Borobudur will finish off the last round with a BOOYAH.
Okay, Team Indonesia finally securing the BOOYAH on the last match for BOOYAH Free Fire Asia tournament. Well, again, I missed a bit of match from the last match. I'm so sorry to you, Husky. But, well, I see Kota Kinabalu is playing well, more defensive, but they really has maintained their position before at the map 5 at Kalahari.
Yeah, and I mean, for Kota Kinabalu, they put on such an impressive performance. And of course, Borobudur finally was able to get the BOOYAH at the end. Not sure if that is enough, but that is something that we will find out later on. Do you have any favorite moments from today?
Favorite moments from today? Well, I got a bit excited for the standing because if we're talking about Borobudur and Kota Kinabalu, Borobudur also for the last match they're trying to raise it up. So it's still maybe competing between Kota Kinabalu and Borobudur. How about you?
I think it's the same. I think it's going to be between Kota Kinabalu and Borobudur for sure, especially since Kota Kinabalu and Borobudur both got 2 BOOYAHs today. So they won really impressive performance. But I think Kota Kinabalu they got so many kills for themselves. So it's going to be a challenge for Borobudur to catch up.
Yes, of course. All the 12 team, they're all streamer, but they have souls like competing like a pro. If you're seeing a 12 match from day 1 to day 2.
Yeah, I mean these guys, I think if they go pro, they can definitely win. They can definitely do their country proud as well, right? They such a great display of skills, such a great display of communication. They really show the true essence of Free Fire. They really show us how good Free Fire is played. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see Taj Mahal get their BOOYAH, but they also did pretty well in this tournament.
Yes, but I'm so curious about the highlight because I missed a bit match from the last match, so we're gonna see highlight for the last match at map 6 at Purgatory.
And this is going to be it. So we started out with Wat Arun dropping into the same place as Monas, and Monas was not able to win out their fight. So Wat Arun got 3 kills, and Monas from the get-go was already on the back foot, and they were not able to survive for long.
If we're talking about Wat Arun, how they always aggressive on the first match and then not quite aggressive on the 2 match and then the other match.
Yeah, I think for the last match, you know, we expected some fight at Brasilia, and we got exactly that. You know, like I didn't expect Wat Arun to follow Monas, but they definitely did well. They wiped out Monas, and of course we got some amazing plays as well. BT against Borobudur, but unfortunately for BT, they just were not able to land their shots.
Yes, and Team Redford, who finally at day 2 BOOYAH Free Fire Asia tournament, finally rising up. It's a huge difference than the day gameplay from the day 1.
Yeah, and you have to give this Borobudur, they did super well against Kota Kinabalu, as you can see the nade from Jin early on to take out Swa Gaming and really make Kota Kinabalu very hard to go for the push, and eventually they were able to beat Kota Kinabalu. So very smart play from the side of Borobudur. I definitely love it, but we also still saw KLCC putting off some tricks of their own as they were able to take out Boracay.
Yes, but if we're looking at the fight at Borobudur and Team Kota Kinabalu, we're seeing Team BT right there, but Team BT doesn't want to joining their fight. It's a huge difference than his character. That usually Team BT, if they're seeing enemy, it always opening fire.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I mean, Team BT, they were surrounded by 2 teams. You know, they had to fight HK and Borobudur at the same time, so it's definitely a bit hard for Team BT. But they were able to hold their ground at least for a while. So props to Team BT. But that was the highlights, Rao. Right now, obviously everyone is excited to find out about the winner. But who do you think is going to be the winner?
Okay, who do you think? If I think, let me go first. If I think,
okay,
it may be Kota Kinabalu securing a BOOYAH for map 5, and then Kota Kinabalu has a plenty of kill of map 5. But if we're talking about Free Fire, it's not always just the BOOYAH and the kill point. Borobudur seems gotta change, a bit change.
Yeah, I think Borobudur has a chance as well, but I agree with you that Kota Kinabalu is in the running for the Grand Champion title because they had such good rounds. So I suppose it's going to be between these 2 teams for sure. But I think other than Borobudur and Kota Kinabalu, KLCC really stepped up their game today.
Mr. Chochan, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kokan and the rest of his team. You know, Haji, Popa, you know, these guys, they played pretty good. You know, we had 2 rounds where both Malaysian teams were in top 3 and they had to
Okay, but-
fight each other.
But we have 2 titles right here. Title for the champion and title for Predator. Who is your prediction for the Predator?
I think Mr. D actually from Kinabalu, from Kota Kinabalu. I think I feel like it's going to be Mr. D because
Really?
I just based off of today. That's what I feel. What about you?
If we're looking to calculate for sure for 2 days, I think Monas Asep or maybe Asmobile. 100% sure Asmobile.
Okay, so for you it's us mobile. So for me, it's going to be Mr. D. But let's take a look at the winner announcement first. So the team that wins the Asia tournament is going to be Kota Kinabalu from Malaysia. So congratulations to these 4 fine gentlemen. Heading for Malaysia, it's going to be Mr. D, Swa, Afi, and Amy. These guys, again, amazing performance. And of course, they are the champions for the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament. And I can't wait to see what the standings is.
Well, okay, this is the overall standing for all Kota Kinabalu has their first and Borobudur. It looks like our prediction is right.
Yeah, it definitely seems so. Borobudur in the second place. Kota Kinabalu pulling out massively, the 170 points. Borobudur with 145. Ben Tan in third place with 136, alongside Wat Arun, also 136. Wat Po with 119 in fifth place. Of course, by the end of the first page, you have Monas from Indonesia with 108 points.
Yes, if we're looking about the standing, we called it in Indonesia, it's point sakit. It's a small difference between first rank and then the second rank.
Yeah, definitely, right? It's literally, I think, one good round. I think if Borobudur didn't run into Kota Kinabalu 2 rounds in a row, they definitely would have a chance to become the champions. But hey, Borobudur is still the second best team in Asia. By the end of this, I think everyone should be proud of their performance. Even teams that didn't really make it to top 6 have put on a very good fight.
Okay, but that's just not that, because we're gonna see about the Predator, who's gonna win the title of Predator from the Free Fire Asia tournament. If I'm predict about us mobile, how about you?
Yeah.
Really,
Mr. D.
Mr. D official with the grenade launcher, Bapak grenade launcher from Malaysia.
Absolutely, I'm sticking to Mr. D. You have as mobile as a prediction. So we are going to find out right now who is going to be the Predator for the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament, and it is going to be Mr. D from Kota Kinabalu from Malaysia, the Bapak grenade launcher. He is going to be our Predator, the one who gets the most kill throughout the entire tournament.
Yes, he's playing so well from day 2. We're going to see for map 5 how Mr. D playing grenade launcher. It's so amazed me how he play his grenade.
Oh yeah, I mean, not just his grenade launcher, but also his sniper skills. We saw him at Bermuda when he faced off against Borobudur. His sniping skills are great. He knows how to throw grenades as well. Mr. D is such a superstar. It feels like, he is a huge opponent that everyone needs to be careful of.
Yeah. It looks like D for double title. He's got title for Predator and he's like title for champion also.
Yeah, and that definitely fits his name, right? He's not just a champion, but he is the champions of champions. He's the apex predator. He's on top of the food chain, and currently perhaps not one of the best, but the best player of Free Fire for Asia amongst all of the influencers. So it's great to see Mr. D. I mean, he's one of the biggest Free Fire streamers in Malaysia. He is also a pro player, so it's just great to see him having such a
Any
good
favorite
performance.
moments? Any
Favorite moments? Mr. D with his 3-man grenade against Borobudur.
Okay, and Borobudur. My favorite moments, it may be all of 12 match, all my favorite moments.
Oh, you asked me for one moment. Okay, so I agree. I think all of the games were really great. I mean, it is of course my favorite moment is being able to cast with you. But we have come to the end of the BOOYAH X Free Fire Asia tournament. It has been a pleasure working with you, Obe. I enjoy every single moment. And congratulations to Kotaki Nabalu from Malaysia, and congratulations to Mr. D for becoming the Predator. So, any last words from you?
Yes, of course. Lastly, we thank all BOOYAH fans and survivors who have witnessed the excitement of the event for this today. It's been so amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely been an incredible journey. I mean, Free Fire, you know, I love this game so much. Free Fire, the best mobile esports game for 2 years in a row. But that is all going to be from us all this while. I mean, it has been a short weekend, but it has been a wonderful weekend. And not just for us, you know, on behalf of all the people behind the scene, I also want to thank them for making this such an amazing moment. I'm Husky. Cheers, oh baby. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Good night.
Things going down on the eve of 2022. A night of partying, music, games, and giveaways. All for you.
Alpine, fighting Alpine. Boost flame burns higher. Fighting Alpine, fighting Alpine. Boost flame burns higher. Fighting Alpine, fighting Alpine. Know yourself, you're an undying fire. Alpine, 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 Alpine. It's Mr. Whacker, let's go. Send that snow monster back home. Leave his team covered in snow. They don't really wanna go, always when we on the road. They can't keep up with the flow. On top, we on go. Don't flop, get the dub. Whole map popping up. They don't wanna fight with us. Leave them covered in the
It's
dust.
the snow monster, big bite anaconda. Leave him under the snow, eat lead rubber. Big slugger, Mr. Wagger, he could never touch us. He's a bluffer, his whole team isn't ready. Aim steady, make a flop like spaghetti. I'm a yay, big boss, rock steady. Really heavy, sending shots and they deadly. Come and get me, a penguin could never test me. Yeah, a penguin could never check me. Flying high in my chopper, he can't even fly in a tree. Alpine inside. Alpine, 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 Alpine.
AB Liners with 2 members remaining. This is going to be chaotic right now. Oh my God, eto na nga po, the Annihilation Massacre. Pinadouble vector mag-control ang corner Matroni. Naku po, pinasok. Oh my God, the one man. Naku po, paglaban na meron ka namang waka-waka. Ang galing naman ng mga kamyon, pero naiibig siya. Bloody Heads is now relevant again.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao.